Good morning, everybody. Sorry it took me a little longer than normal to get going. I am very tired. So tired. But you guys, I did manage to thematically dress for today because I'm wearing a chicken shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that, but anyway, I've got snacks here. I'm half awake. So I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, art gym, what are we gonna do? Haven't had a chance to make the schedule still for this month. Hopefully today's like the last day I'm gonna have in the studio, so I have so many things to do today. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but I woke up and was like, oh, what do I feel like drawing? I was like, bugs? No, I don't feel like drawing anything. I don't know how to draw right now. I'm so spent from this weekend. It was a very, very long weekend. I'll tell you all about it in a little bit, but I was like, you know what, chickens sound, we haven't ever done a chickens one, I don't think. Because I know this, because I just uploaded literally all of the warm-up streams to YouTube, and I don't remember putting any chickens in there, so if anyone wants to check that out. I can't even type today. Oh, I give up. Maybe I should just go back to sleep. Anyway, I was like, oh, we've never done chickens specifically, so chickens it is. I kind of want to make some new chicken stickers, because they were actually pretty popular at the show this weekend. Yeah, so anyway, how are you all? I feel like I haven't streamed in weeks, even though it's only been less than a week. But I hope everyone's well. Let me scroll up and say hi, and then we'll get started. If anyone's new to the art gym, if you haven't been here before and you want to draw along, basically the way it works is we're going to draw for like an hour and a half or so. And at the end of the session, at the end of the art gym workout, anyone who wants to anyway, can show off their studies. The only guideline really is that you draw from observation of some kind, whether it's in-person observation, like looking at something around you, your cat, your hand, your foot, your shoe, I don't know, your water bottle, or drawing from a photo reference like I'll be doing today, because I don't have a chicken in front of me. But I do pick themes. You don't have to draw the theme. You can draw whatever you want. This is just the theme I'm doing. If you want to do that, if that sounds fun to you, join me. If you want to flip through the old archive on YouTube and see if there's a different topic that interests you, go for it. Eventually, in my Discord, I'll have a calendar that I will make, hopefully today. We'll see. I gotta do some con inventory. Like, make sure I gotta do a lot of stuff today. Yeah, eventually I'll have a calendar in there. So yeah, anyway, that's pretty much what we're doing here. Welcome. Okay, let me scroll up and say hi, and yeah, let me know how your weekend was, everybody. Hopefully less busy than mine. I'm sorry if I feel like I look exhausted today, so please just give me some grace on that. I'm extremely sleepy today. I refuse to have any more caffeine though. The caffeine messed me up this weekend. First from Pyro. Hey Pyro, and happy birthday. I hope your stream went well. I was able to catch a little bit. I hope it went well. It seemed like a lot of fun. I love the stickers, by the way. If you guys aren't following Pyro, by the way, our lovely mod Pyro also streams here on Twitch and does game streams. Very cozy channel, and just did a giveaway to celebrate 100 followers, and also her birthday on Sunday. I think it was Sunday. Was it yesterday? Oh, it's this weekend. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. Yamina, hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Amaze, hi, good to see you as well. Thanks for being here. Esol, hey, how's it going, Esol? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in, guys. Lodnin, howdy. Blue Skittle, hey, some cool folks in chat today. Neil, hey, good to see you. See you rocking those emotes. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Rue, those are such cute little kangaroos. How you doing, Rue? Thanks everyone for being here. Missed you guys. I streamed on Discord very briefly yesterday, but I didn't do a very good job of promoting it. I thought about streaming from the show on Twitch, but I felt weird about it for some reason, so I just didn't. It was so slow yesterday morning, though. I probably could have stayed on longer. Yeah, we'll talk about the con in a second and some of my takeaways if you guys want to hear. I'll probably chat while I'm doing chickens today. Just making sure I didn't miss anybody in chat here, but yeah, I hope everyone's well. Yes, chickens are dinosaurs. They are indeed. They are indeed. They're cute little guys. Oh, that's awesome, Pyro. I can't wait to see them. Thank you for sharing. Baby chickens are the cutest. That's true. We could do chicks, too. We could put some little baby chickens in here. Observer, hi. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. You took care of a rescued pet duckling for a week? Aw, super adorable. I bet. Yeah, they are smelly. Ducks are they're like the messiest of the game birds, I feel like. I mean, all birds are messy, don't get me wrong, but ducks do not stop pooping, you guys. Fun fact about ducks. They just literally poop all the time. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Hey Kudo, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, is that a new emote? Real? It looks so cute. Little humming emote. Very cute. Welcome back from the CaseyCon dry run. No, not a dry run for CaseyCon. Although it was a practice run for TwitchCon potentially, if I can make it in this. I don't know. I'm like watching like a hawk for when they open for Artist Alley tables. I would really like to go. I've never been to California, and I think it'd be really fun. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they let me in. I've heard it's kind of hard to get in. I'm not a huge streamer. I don't know. I don't have big followings on social media elsewhere. So I've heard sometimes they skew toward bigger artists, even if they don't really stream on Twitch. But who knows? Maybe that's just hearsay. I'm gonna try. We're gonna see how it goes. But yeah, wish me luck. And if anyone notices that they open for applications, please tell me, because there's a good chance I'm gonna miss it. I'm not gonna be able to get to the studio this week, and I can already tell I'm like, my brain is running like a million miles trying to make sure I get everything done that I need to today and tomorrow. I've got to drop my car off in the shop tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty much out of commission for like 2 weeks, and I don't have a car, don't have rental insurance. I'm not paying $500 for a rental car, so just not gonna have a car, unfortunately. So thankfully I can walk to work and stuff. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm already rambling. I'm extra sleepy today. Hey Chris, right? How you doing? The con, it was actually a lot better than expected. Yeah, once I say hi to everybody, I'll chat about it a little bit. But I hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping in. Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, exactly. Yamina, they're so cute though. I bet they are cuddly, especially if you hand raise them. Let me see if I missed anyone else, and then we'll chat about the con while I doodle some chickens. Hey Sharing, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. HDMZ as well. Hello. Good morning from Colorado, everybody. You made a bunch of new modes. Yeah, I saw the ones you were posting in the Discord, the little work in progress ones. They looked great. Okay, so chickens in con talk. Let's do that. Yeah, absolutely. And Yamina, if you want to post it, we have a pic share in Discord if you want to join a Discord, but no pressure either if you don't want to. But I hang out in there in between streams, and there's lots of folks in chat that are there too. So, what's happening? Oh, Pyro, thank you so much. I really appreciate that support. 8 months. Oh my gosh, has it been that long? Pyro, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your alien baby. Sorry, this is bothering me. So I'm just gonna unnecessarily fix this chicken, even though it's just a doodle. And then we're gonna get started. Okay. Anyway, so the convention, yeah. So for those who missed it, I was at Colorado Cosmic-Con. Oh, you're already in the Discord. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have no idea who's in there. And if anyone ever wants to, like, no pressure to stay either. Like, I get it. I get overwhelmed with Discords, and sometimes I have to leave some. I actually need to leave some right now. I'm in too many. I literally can't join any more Discords because I've hit the limit for a free account. Apparently that exists. So, I understand. No pressure for anybody to join. But yeah, if you want to drop a link in chat, I was just offering because like more people will see it in Discord. There's a pic share section, but you can drop a link in chat for sure as long as it's work safe. I would love to see some ducklings personally. Yamina Kakarot. So, but yeah, if anybody missed it, I was at. I'm clicking this so I can click my link and show you the picture. I think I posted a picture of my booth on my Blue Sky. That's the only reason I dropped that link. But for anyone who missed it, here was me at Cosmic-Con, extremely tired, don't look too closely. But this was my setup. I actually sold this painting. This one on the easel over here. Ugh, let's not zoom in on my face, please. I look so exhausted. Blech. Okay. I was so tired, you guys, the whole weekend. You can't see it because there's a sign in the way, but this painting right here I have taken to like every convention. Like pretty much every convention I've ever been to. And it finally sold. Found a home. Somebody walked right up and was like, oh my gosh, I love that. I have to have it. And just like bought it. It was crazy. It's like, oh, no preamble, no questions, just, okay, cool, yeah, here, enjoy. So it finally found a home, and that, honestly, that was a pretty decent sized sale for me that really, like, helped me feel better about going. But Saturday was really good. Saturday was a really good day for the show. For anyone who hasn't been to a convention before, if you have questions, I can try and answer them. I haven't been in 6 years. The last convention I went to was Denver Pop Culture Con, which is now Denver Fan Expo. But it was Pop Culture Con the last time I went in 2019. So that was the last show I did. It's a massive show here in Denver, and I always did really well at it. But then I was going to take a year off during 2020, and then 2020 became the year of COVID, and so everybody took a year off, and I think I've lost my spot there. But yeah, you can check out my Blue Sky if you want to see. I think I posted a few pictures or something. I don't know, I'm tired. I don't know where I posted the other picture. There's another one somewhere. It's probably on Instagram. But yeah, so the table was free, actually, because I'm in a Discord for Colorado convention artists that I joined back when I was tabling a lot, and I just happened to pop in there like a week and a half ago, just because I've been thinking about getting back into conventions this year, so I was kind of, you know, scouting around trying to see like what cons are good, like because there's like reviews and stuff in there about shows. You know, what are people doing these days? What are prices like? And I happened to see somebody make a post like, hey, we have a table here that we can't use. Does anyone want it? It's free. And this is a show down in Colorado Springs called Cosmic-Con. I'd never heard of it. I guess it's only their second year back since COVID, so I think everybody's kind of starting up again. But, you know, it was free, so I was like, okay, well, I just have to make up the cost of gas. So it was like, you know, $40 to get there from Denver just to fill up my tank. And I also had to buy a card reader, like a new card reader, like a tap to pay, because all I had was like the old square swipe card reader. That's all I used to use, and it still worked. I made sure it all worked and stuff before I left. Of course, it still managed to glitch out a bunch, which was extremely frustrating. But I think I got more used to it as time went on. But yeah, so I ended up buying a card reader that was like, I don't know, like $60 or something, $60 or $70. It was kind of expensive. So my goal was basically $100. I was like, cool. Free table. I managed to get the shift off work that I needed to take off on Friday. I wasn't scheduled Saturday for once, so just the timing just worked really well. A friend at work knew somebody in Colorado Springs that I could stay with, so I had free room and board. So it really just kind of like everything fell into place for me to go to this show, which was really nice. So literally my goal was $100. I was like, okay, if I can make $100 for the whole weekend, then I made back my money. Like I was really more looking at it as like a practice run. Just wanted to like remember how to show, and I figured it'd be a smaller convention. Like I didn't think there'd be a lot of people there, and so I was like, I wasn't really expecting very much at all. I was like, I'll be lucky to make $100. I was basically going down there expecting to make less than 100, but hoping to make 100 just to break even and to get the experience. Hey Charlie's Dragon, how you doing? It's good to see you. I'm regaling everybody with stories of the convention this weekend as I draw this chicken. This is a Sarama chicken, by the way. It's a rooster. We'll talk about chickens in a little bit, but I'm just kind of warming up here. It's going to be a very lax art gym. I'm extremely sleepy. But yeah, so here's on my weekend. So everything was falling into place, right? And I'm like, oh, this is great. This is going to be really nice. Everything's perfect. Like, this will be fun. It'll just be a nice weekend in Colorado Springs. And then Friday happened. So Friday, I had the day off work, and I was like, great, Friday's my day to load up the car and just get down there. I had all morning. I was gonna do like a little quick mock setup just to make sure I had everything, like double check all my stuff, and then my goal was to be down there by 3 p.m. It's like an hour and a half drive. There was supposed to be some weather coming in the evening, but I was like, as long as I get there in the afternoon, it should be fine. I'll miss the weather. It was all gonna be fine, right? And so I made banana bread that morning. I kind of took it slow because we had a potluck at my day job, and I was gonna bring stuff in there because I help organize it, and I always feel weird not bringing stuff, even if I'm not scheduled. So I made some banana bread, and I went to go take it over there, and the car struggled to start, and I was like, well, that's not good. And it's been kind of like that every once in a while ever since my battery died the other month. And so I just thought, oh, I haven't driven it enough. Like, once I get driving down to Colorado Springs, it'll be fine. It'll charge the battery. And anyway, so I drop off the banana bread, and then I go to get back in the car again to go to the other spot, because there's 2 locations that I work at, and I was going to bring banana bread to both. And my car really struggled to start. Like, it really did not catch well. And I was like, oh no, why did I turn it off? Because I initially was going to leave it on while I ran the bread in, so I didn't have to turn it off. But then I was like, shoot, I better take it in and just make sure the battery's not about to die. So anyway, long story short, about an hour, 2 hours later, and $240 later with tax, I had a new car battery because my battery was basically like, it was like, he was like, wow, I'm surprised you got it here. Like, it's so low. So anyway, that was like a bunch of money I wasn't planning on spending, more or less. And so, yeah, suddenly I had a new stretch goal for the convention. It's like, shoot, I really hope somebody wants to buy something because dang. Really did not plan to spend like $200+ right before this. So, yeah, so then I made it to the studio. I didn't make it to the studio till like 1 because of all this, and so I didn't have time to do my mock setup. I literally just like packed up everything as well as I could, like did a few laps around the studio trying to grab anything I thought would be useful, because it's just been so long since I've done this, you know, and I just wasn't even remotely sure of what I needed. Like, I had a list, but I don't know, I don't know about you guys, but I always get kind of nervous that I'm gonna forget something. So I just kind of grabbed a few extra things that I ended up using, which was nice to have. Anyway, long story short, did not get on the road until like 3, because I had to stop for gas also. Anyway, it was just, Friday was such a morning, and because I didn't get out of Denver until 3, I hit all the weather going from Denver to Colorado Springs. So I ended up getting stuck on the highway in a snowstorm with like stalled vehicles and spun out semis blocking traffic for like 2.5 hours on a stretch of road that should have taken like maybe 30 minutes to drive. And it was like really, really slick, really hard to see, like pretty, like my windows and my side windows were all crusted with snow. Like, it was pretty crazy. I have some pictures, because there was a few times I was stopped and like we were all just stopped sitting in this blizzard. Like, and anyway, I took some photos. I think I put them in Discord, but it took me, I didn't get there until 6 p.m. So I felt really bad because the person who was giving me their table was trying to meet me there to like give me my badge and stuff so I could get in and set up, and they were kind of waiting on me. But I was trying to keep them posted too, so they understood that it was like weather and there was like car battery died. It was just kind of like a whole ordeal to get there. And so I didn't end up finish setting up that night. I had to come back early the next morning. So I stayed there from like 6 to 9 and then went to the place, met the person I'd never met that I was staying with, crashed, like fell asleep really hard at like 10 p.m., 9:30, something like that. And got up at 6 the next morning and went and set up at 7, and it literally took me from like 7 to 10 to finish my setup because it's just really hard to do. My backdrop especially is annoying to do on your own. And I was by myself at this show, so it's a lot easier. If you ever do table at a convention, it's always helpful if you can bring a buddy. Just so you know, they usually give you 2 passes when you table, so you can like say, hey, you get a free pass if you just come help me set up and maybe give me bathroom breaks and kind of hang out and help me if I need a break to walk around or something. It's a lot nicer if you have a buddy, because then you don't have to be stuck and you can actually like go and meet other artists and kind of see what other people are doing and enjoy the convention a little bit, meet some celebrities, that kind of thing. Anyway, but Saturday was really good. Saturday was a good day. Ended up basically making all my costs back on Saturday with like all the cost plus I think I made like $250 the first day, which was great. It was something like that. Just to give numbers if that's helpful. It was a small show, like it definitely wasn't a huge show, but it was bigger than I expected, and the venue was really nice. Like I don't think I've ever had that much space at an artist alley, so there was like places for people to come in and walk around. And yeah, it was good. It was good. It was a good layout. I really liked the layout. And the attendance was much higher than I expected, at least on Saturday. The attendance was pretty good on Sunday, but Sunday, and I forgot about this with conventions, but Sundays people don't tend to, for whatever reason, people just kind of don't tend to buy as much. Like Sundays, I now remember always kind of being like the slowest day of the convention. And so I did not make nearly as much on Sunday. I think I made like $70 total, maybe, somewhere around there. So I covered everything, and I was still really thankful, right? Because like I was not expecting to make back that car battery. I was just expecting to like make something toward the car battery. So yeah, so I basically covered the battery and the gas it took to get there, and the square reader that I bought. So I basically broke even with the extra expense of the battery that I had to buy to get down to the Springs. So got back last night at 8 p.m. because it took a while to tear down by myself. I didn't finish tearing down till about 6. So anyway, I'm tired. I'm really tired. But that was my whole convention. So yeah, thanks for listening to my story. Let me catch up on chat now. I also haven't eaten breakfast, so I just grabbed some cheese out of my fridge because I've basically been existing on granola bars for the past 2 days, and I'm extremely tired of granola bars. So okay. Oh, Pigs the Ducklings. Nice, nice, nice. You've been to Dragon Con, Pyro? That's awesome. That's awesome. I would like to go, I think, to Dragon Con. I'm a little afraid. Friday and Saturday, huge crowds. Sunday tends to be slower, but lots of people in the vendor hall. Yep. Yep. I would love to apply to Dragon Con. I don't think I would get in, but it's on my list. I'm just afraid to do an out-of-state convention because I don't think I have enough high-ticket items, like enough high-dollar items, to make back the cost of like room and board and travel. And like putting that many miles on my car is also like a consideration. But yeah, I would love to go sometime. I've thought about just saying, hey, if anybody ever like needs help at Dragon Con, maybe I'll help somebody table. Yeah, convention was good. Yeah, you like the smaller ones. I liked it. I don't know if I'll go back next year just because it was a lot lower attendance. Cause like, here's the thing, like if anyone didn't see it, here's my picture. But like I tend to, here, let me look at the one on Instagram actually. I think that one just shows the booth without my dumb face in it. Let's look at that one instead. Here we go. Yeah, so here's, well, it's a terrible picture of the booth. Wow, why did I post this picture of the booth? It doesn't even show my banner. Okay, fine, we have to look at this one, I guess. But anyway, like, I don't have a good display for my prints. I wanna invest in a few upgrades and then maybe do one more local convention this year to test the setup. And I'm hoping if I can get into TwitchCon that I'll kind of be ready for a booth at TwitchCon, because TwitchCon, they give you a whole booth. I've never had a booth before. I've only ever had a table. So I'm sure there's things I won't know that I need. But yeah, I want to get some like cubes to display my prints a little bit better, and then I just have like a book of prints on the table for people to flip through if they want to see all of them. Because the way I have it set up now, it's hard to see all the prints that I have, because like the ones in the background, these are just some of them. I don't have examples of all of the prints that I have, and I'm gonna have more. Like this is all stuff from 2019. I didn't have time to have, like, I just found out a week ago, so I had no time to make new inventory. So I have like a ton of new prints I need to add, and I can't really make this display a whole lot taller without breaking convention rules, because there's like height regulations on how tall you can make a backdrop, and so this just isn't a good way for me to display. And it's also a huge pain because it's basically just like clamps for everything. I don't know if you can see all these clamps, and then there's like literally paracord like clamped to either side of the backdrop, and they're just like clipped. The prints are just clipped on it with like what do you call them, bulldog clips or whatever, little tiny ones, and that's it. It's very jerry-rigged and not good, and I really need some. And then I ran out of bulldog clips, so I had to use clothespins. So that's why there's clothespins. But there's so many upgrades I need to make. I want to get those, like, the little bracket cube things, so I can like put the prints on the outside of the cubes, and then as they sell out, I could just swap them. I need a better inventory system. Like, my inventory system is really, it's just a box of prints. It's really hard to find stuff. I just need to come up with a lot of better things. So it was good. It was a good refresher. But part of the problem is, like, I don't know. I've never done like an anime convention or a furry convention, because I'm not sure if I mean, the furry one I probably would fit, but I'm not a furry, so I feel weird being at one, but I do a lot of creatures. So I may apply to a fur convention this year just to try it and see if I can find an audience there and just practice. But the downside is, like, the convention here, you have to, it's like you have to tear down every day, and there's no way I could do this whole setup every day, and you get a much smaller space. So I'd have to bring like a quarter of this if I went to that, and I don't know if it would be worth that for the investment of time. And then an anime convention, I just don't do really anime stuff. And so I was always worried that I wouldn't fit in. But like everybody at the show kept telling me to do an anime convention. They're like, trust me, you'll stand out because you're not doing the same thing everyone else is doing. Like maybe. But it's hard at the small shows is what I'm trying to get at. To get back to my point. Because if there's not a huge audience, like the percentage of people who are at a pop culture convention looking for the type of work that I do is really, really small. And so the more people who attend, the greater the odds that I'm gonna, like the people who actually want the type of work that I make or who are interested in that might show up. So that's part of why, like, I don't mind the smaller convention. They're cozier. You have more time to like talk to people. But as far as like making my money back and making it worth the drive down there and just from like a business standpoint, I think I need to go to shows that have a little bit higher attendance than this one. But we'll see. They said it was bigger than last year, and maybe it'll get bigger next year too. I have no idea. Anyway. Do you table at conventions, Blue Skittle? Or do you attend them? Once a battery dies, it's never the same and doesn't want to hold the charge. Yeah, that makes sense. I was kind of expecting it, just the timing was really inconvenient. Like, if it could have done that, like, today, or even, like, in a few weeks, would have been great. But, like, right the day I'm packing to leave for this first convention in 6 years was, like, not my favorite timing for a dead battery. So, anyway. I need to get a knife, because I didn't bring a knife for my cheese. And I refuse to just gnaw on it like a savage here on stream. Has it been a zombie about it? Yeah, so I jumped it a couple of times, Charlie's Dragon. But apparently it's just like barely held. I don't know. I guess it's just been low since then. And I have no idea how old this battery is. So that battery was. I think for all I know, it may have been as old as the car, and it's a 2017. So it was probably time. But maybe I don't know, maybe they replaced it. I really don't know. It was a lease vehicle when I got it. Not a promising start, yeah. It was fixable, it just took time out of my day and set me behind. That was the real downside, and it was expensive. But yeah, hey Ludman, how you doing? Hey Smiley, how's it going? Yeah. It went well apart from the car stuff. The car stuff was not my favorite, yeah. I'm gonna do you guys mind if I get I need to get a knife for this cheese. I'm really hungry. Sorry, 1 second. I started to say, do you guys mind? And then I realized I'm gonna do this whether people mind or not. So I'm trying to be better about not apologizing all the time. It's tough. Okay. Cheese. Cheese and crackers. This is my breakfast. This is honestly my favorite meal. Cheese and crackers makes me such a happy person. Hey, Dally. Yeah, the con went pretty well. I was just telling the story about it, but basically, long story short, I made back all the expenses, including the unexpected car battery death that I ended up having to deal with before I went down there. So, yeah, it was a good experience, Chris. Yeah. I am tired. I will say I have not had a day off since last Sunday, and I'm feeling it today, especially after this weekend because of everything that happened. Like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday were all very long days for me, and I'm a little pooped. I'm a little pooped. But I'm thinking, since I have to take my car in, and I'm not going to have a car for 2 weeks, I'm probably going to be forced to take it a little easier the next couple of weeks. And my plan right now is to take Wednesday off and just, like, make Wednesday my weekend. So I'm thinking about canceling the art gym on Wednesday. Sorry guys for the late notice, but I need a day off, and I have work at my day job the next few days after that, so I just don't think I can make it all the way to next Sunday without a day off, because I'm like, I don't want to get sick, basically, especially after a convention. The con crud is a thing, so I was around a lot of people, so I want to make sure that I'm rested. It's just a heads up, there may not. There's like an 80% chance there won't be an art gym stream on Wednesday morning. Unless I just wake up not exhausted. But right now I'm pretty tired. And today's gonna be a long day. But yeah, hey, and also hi Dahlia. I hope you're doing well. You go almost every year. That's awesome, Pyro. I might have some questions for you about Dragon Con. Could room together. Oh, that's true. That's a thought. That's a thought, Pyro. I'll let you know. Hey Odin, how's it going? Good to see you. How have you been? Right? Dragon Con slumber party. Yeah. Get an idea for a better inventory system. Yeah, throw it at me, honestly, Loden. Hey, Sloppy. Oh no, you're good. You're good. The show went well, much better than expected. TLDR, I made back all my costs, including the car battery that I had to replace literally on the drive to the show. Got caught in a snowstorm going there, which was a little crazy on the highway, but survived. Did damage one of the sculptures literally while I was packing up. I was so tired and I just wasn't paying attention. It was totally my fault, but I did manage to fix it. It was a little tiny piece that I always bring super glue with me for this reason when I bring sculptures to a show, so I was able to fix it. I do need to double check that it's like, I need to reinforce it probably because I didn't have a lot of time to like hold it for the whole time, and anyway, but that was probably the only like, right at the end, like bummer of a thing. You never tabled for yourself, but you've been the helper buddy. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is exhausting, Blue. Especially the bigger ones. But I actually, you know, I was really flattered. I posted on my socials and stuff, you know, that I was going to be there. And a friend from Denver, her and her fiance and a friend of theirs all came down and like came and saw the show, and they had a great time and they bought some stuff, and that was really nice. And she really liked it and offered to help me table if I ever needed it. So that'll make a big difference if I have a table buddy, especially if I go to one of the bigger shows here in Colorado, like the fan expos and stuff. Those are massive. I couldn't do those by myself, I don't think. Yeah, enjoy your walk. Sharing timing is rough. Yeah, hit a deer a few weeks ago. Oh no. While you're trying to get your kids to school, oh no, you lost your coverage. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Sharing. That's awful. Ugh. Timing can be just the worst. Yeah, at least it wasn't something bigger. That's true. That's true, Charlie's Dragon. Yeah, I'm trying to be positive. I mean, I was trying to be positive about it at the moment. I was thankful that I had the ability to get it taken care of, and it just sent me back a few hours, but you're both introverted, so you've never been super on all day for 2 days? Oh, I bet you were wiped. I mean, I'm wiped, and I consider myself more of an ambivert, but I definitely need my alone time to recharge, so I'm feeling it today for sure. Like, I feel like I'm a little wilted today. Yikes. Cheese and pepperoni is your breakfast. Well, cheers. Cheers, I love it. Pepperoni would be good if I had any. Yeah, thanks, Charlie's. I probably will take Wednesday off. Yeah. Hey, Miss Art, how you doing? Hey, Paleo. Bambi Raptor, nice. We'll do that in a minute. Let me scroll down and make sure I'm caught up on the chat. Avoid the comp crowd. Good. You always lose your voice. Yeah, Sunday my voice was pretty. I can still hear that it's a little raspy today. But yeah, no, you're very soft-spoken, Blue, so I'm not surprised. If you guys don't follow Blue Skittle, by the way, on Twitch, you probably all do, but you should anyway. If you aren't familiar with Blue Skittle, fantastic artist here on Twitch. Suntro's never tabled, so it wouldn't be helpful with tips. It's a lot. Draw some chickens. Yeah, draw some chickens with me. That's what I'm doing too. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm caught up on chat. Don't get overwhelmed. Yeah, it is overwhelming for sure. Hey Ungoy, how's it going? Okay, let me do the Draw Me an Animal really fast. I feel like we've done this one before, but maybe I'm mistaken. I do know what a Bambi Raptor is because I remember reading about it as a kid. It's a little tiny raptor. But if you haven't been here for a Draw Me an Animal game before, it's a game that can be played once every half hour. It can be redeemed with channel points. Look at all those chickens. That's right. So many chickens. Casey, yeah, raspy voice for sure. Let me make sure I'm on the right layer this time because that caught me last time I did this. So if you haven't seen this game, basically I just ask that you don't give any hints. Bambi Raptor. I just remember reading a story about this in a book I had as a kid, and I was excited because a kid got to name a dinosaur. So that's all I really remember about it. Yeah. Let's see. Where are my redeems? Here they are. Gosh, I don't know why. I just feel like I haven't streamed in forever. Hydrate. Did I hydrate? Blue redeemed to hydrate. Let me make sure I hydrate. Okay, hydrated. Thank you. I'm actually pretty dehydrated now that you mention it, so I appreciate that. I did not bring enough water. I thought I did, but then I ran out both days of the con before the close, and I was very thirsty. But I absolutely refuse to fill up my water bottle at like a public drinking fountain, unless it's one of those like water bottle filler-upper ones where you just like, it's a sensor, you know? Because I'm not like, I wouldn't call myself like a total germaphobe, but I am wary of public water fountains. Like public drinking fountains in general are just like germ factories. I think they're disgusting. And I worked at an elementary school, so I know what kids do to those. There's no way I'm putting anything that my mouth is going near on that. Okay, Bambiraptor Feinbergi. I don't even know if that's how you say it. But I'm pretty sure this is a tiny raptor, so I have 5 minutes. It's 10:50. It's probably not going to take me quite that long, but I'm going to just draw a little raptor. Little cute guy. And then we'll learn about it. So that's pretty much how this works when we do these little drawing animals. Basically, it looks like a chocobo. You guys, I've pretty much decided that chocobos are just dinosaurs. One hand within free. Play a song for me. Oh, I should probably show off his little claws. Hold on. Let's do one down here to show off his hands. There we go. Okay, there's my little baby raptor. Let's color him. Let's make him, since we were talking about chocobos, we'll make him kind of an orangish gold. They're very cute. Of course, I say small. It would still be a it would be a pretty large animal by today's standards. I think I put this leg in the wrong place, so please ignore my bad anatomy. Hold on. I think I just totally forgot that bone. Okay. Still, the leg looks like it's in the wrong place. This is gonna bother me. Shoot. It would be like under the wing somewhere. I think I'm thinking chickens because I made his tail really tall. I basically just drew a chocobo, you guys. Alright, we're gonna shorten the tail, but it would probably be longer than that just because it's running into this guy. So, pretend it goes the right way. But yeah, feel free to look up the animal and then just don't give any hints in chat, please. And I will look it up at the end of the 5 minutes. We got 2 minutes left still. So yeah. Okay. Almost around. There we go. I used to know used to know the girl. Ah, that's not right. What kind of marking? Let's give him like some fun eye markings or something. Fun feathers, lots of gold. He's a shiny boy. A little like tummy or something. Do like some good counter shading. It's always fun. And let's give him like a bright, I don't know, like a bright. I feel like I want to do like a teal, kind of a turquoisey, just like for fun. Some little bright feathers on the crest. Okay, there's my Bambi Raptor. I think I did that in about 5 minutes. Hey Bickman, how's it going? There'd be no panels at a silent con because of the lack of space. Oh my gosh, Bickman. Tell me somebody threw cheese at you. Hey Biscuit, how are ya? Decompression areas, do they have those at cons? That would be nice. Noise canceling headphones can be handy for conventions. Nice. Oh, interesting. I would be too afraid of missing, or like, I don't know. I can see how that would be useful if it's like super overwhelming for somebody, for sure. I definitely can see that as an attendee because you're like in the crowd and it can just be a lot of sensory stuff for people who struggle with that, but as somebody at the table, I don't think I'd want to. Just because half of it is like engaging and like seeming approachable a little bit and just be like, hey, how's it going? Let me know if you have questions. Like even just saying like something small like that can be helpful to like getting someone to feel comfortable being at your booth. I don't know. I think for me, like headphones kind of signal almost like a don't bother me, I'm listening to something, even if that's not what's intended. So I wouldn't want to give that signal as a vendor, but I can see that being useful if somebody struggles with that. So Bambi Raptor. Let's see. Looks like I'm gonna say I got this one. In fact, I even colored it the same way as this person. Look at that. We had similar ideas here. They give it little fawn spots like Bambi. That's cute. It is a bird-like dromaeosaurid theropod dinosaur. The holotype fossil is less than a meter long, so it's a little guy, although it appears to be a juvenile, so which means it could be could look very different as an adult. Because of its small size, it was named Bambi Raptor after the popular Disney movie character. I feel like it was named after, like, I think a kid named it. Yeah, it was discovered in 1995 by 14-year-old fossil hunter Wes Linster. I wonder if this person is still into paleontology. That's such a cool thing as a kid to be like, oh yeah, I discovered a dinosaur, guys. Looks like they do actually maybe still dig. A hobbyist dinosaur hunter, oh, okay. Oh my gosh. I was trying to find out some history about it. I'll have to look into that later. But anyway, it was like, yeah, 14, so bragging rights for sure. Near Glacier National Park in Montana. He went down to get his mom. That's hilarious. He's like, I shouldn't touch it. I mean, it's actually a relatively complete skeleton, honestly. That's pretty cool. Pretty dang cool. I would love that. I would love to find a fossil someday, even if it's just like just like a shell or something, or a fish. I don't even care. I just don't know enough about like what to look for, you know? Like I don't know the first thing. How do I get rid of this? I always forget. But anyway, there's my Bambi Raptor. If you want to learn more about Bambi Raptor, by the way, oh, I think I closed it. Well, you can just search Bambi Raptor, it'll show up. But anyway, that was the dino that we drew for Draw Me Animal. Okay, back to the chickens. Bragging rights for life, yeah, for sure. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your lunch. Pyro, thanks for hanging out. Took your earplugs to TwitchCon, yeah, I don't blame you. TwitchCon looks pretty busy. Foam earplugs to be useful in noisy environments, yeah. But still let you hear people speak, that's true. And I do think those are like less obvious than full headphones maybe, so I might consider that, but I don't, yeah, don't know. I'll have to think more about that because I don't tend to get overwhelmed. It's more just like tiring for me. It's not like the sound bothers me. It's just like visually seeing so many people and just like having so many conversations constantly. It's just, you know, it's tiring. I don't know that there's a fix for that other than sleep. I'm gonna eat more cheese. Cheese helps though. Cheese is life. Yeah. Sorry, I have so much cheese in my mouth right now I can't talk. Hold on. I really want to color this bird. I haven't drawn a chicken in so long. Saramas are really fun because they have this really like upright stance. Like this is how they just walk around with their chest up like that. Super cute. They're a good posture reminder for us, actually. We're about to have an ad break in like 3 minutes, and we'll do our little posture stretch and such back then. Back then? When that happens, I mean. What cheese do I have? I picked up a cheap Colby, just a store brand Colby cheese. Not a Colby Jack, so it's just a soft cracker cheese. Yeah. Posture goals, right? Ray of Sun? Also, hi, how are you? Sorry, I'm so hungry. I'm just gonna keep eating. I really don't like eating on stream, but I haven't had a chance to eat. It's almost lunchtime. Okay. Sorry for the crunching sounds. Let me mute myself while I'm crunching. Is it really loud? Okay, I am unmuted now. Hopefully that wasn't too much crunching. It's super crunchy. Also, you can't hear it? Oh. Alright, that's two very different answers, guys. You're having chicken Caesar salad? Oh my gosh, amazing. I do like a good Caesar salad. I just realized I didn't have all of my views up, so let me fix that really fast. Oh, you're being silly, okay. I never know. I never know. May says if you had actually crashed Paleontologizing's raid last time. Oh, his dig. Oh. No, I would feel really bad if I did that. No. I would only go on a dig if invited or if I was accepted, like to apply. There actually is, if anybody's interested in going on a dig, there is a dig happening in Utah right now. I've linked it on my Blue Sky, but if anyone's interested, let me link it again. They're having an emergency dig. There's basically a like an electrical building being built on top of a really important fossil track site in Utah. It's like one of very few fossil track sites in existence, and they're just gonna, apparently this is the only location that will work. So yeah, it's very silly. So anyway, they're about to lose like all these fossils that are about to be destroyed. So there's like an emergency dig going on in Utah. If anybody is interested, or if you have the flexibility of schedule and you would like to help with the dinosaur dig, unfortunately my schedule is not flexible enough that I could take off time to be there for any significant helpful length of time. I would only be able to go for like a day or two at a time, which would not be helpful or cost effective. But if anybody lives close, it's in southern Utah, so like if you're in northern, I guess Arizona or New Mexico maybe. I don't actually know what's closest. It's just somewhere in southern Utah, I'm not actually sure. Or if you live in Nevada, and you want to go help out, they're taking volunteer applications. Donations are helpful. They need to buy like excavators and jackhammers and things to like save what fossils they can basically in the next like 2 months. They basically have until April. It's like a month and a half. So if anybody's interested, if you've always wanted to dig on a fossil dig site, click that link. I think it'd be really cool. I would love to go to a dig sometime. But yeah. Oh, we're about to have an ad break, so I'm going to stretch. I know, right? Yamina, yeah, it'd be really cool. And if anyone wants to like know more about that stuff, Paleontology I think has been talking about it a lot on stream. Why is my thing not working? There we go. So feel free to give Danny a follow if you aren't already. He'll probably be talking about it every day until the dig happens. I think he's actually going as well, so you can go meet a Twitch scientist, folks. Right, we are entering an ad break, so I'm gonna stretch for a little bit, and then we'll be right back. They found a huge lower leg bone there. That's awesome. Yeah, big shit. Oh my gosh, Thickman, you had me. Ugh, I'm gonna throw cheese at you before this ad starts. I thought you were being serious. You big cheese. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, and Isol, you guys should follow Isol too, by the way. I don't know if I can give you a shout out while we're having a shout out for Paleo. I'll give you one after the ad break. Let's stretch during the ad break. Okay, so if you want to stretch with me, look at my, you guys see my chicken shirt? Chickens! Okay, let's do a stretch. So I like to do a posture stretch. Oh, it just feels good to put my shoulders back even, but my favorite posture stretch is basically you take your back and you like make a C shape, so you're like over correcting a hunch essentially. So you kind of like push your shoulders back and arch your back backwards. It's kind of awkward to do on stream. Ooh, I'm sore. This must be from all the lifting of things yesterday. And then you push your shoulder blades back together and just kind of pretend like you're like trying to make them touch behind you. And you're gonna hold that for about 20 seconds or so. So if you can hear the sound of my voice, this is your friendly once an hour reminder to do some stretches. And you're gonna hold, and you're gonna hold, and basically you're keeping those flexed. Like you're not just like passively holding them, you're like actually like tensing the muscles, right? And then you relax. So when you relax, it kind of naturally drops your shoulders into a more upright position. So that's a posture stretch you can do anytime, like when you're sitting, when you're walking, when you're driving, when you're doing anything. If you ever notice your shoulders rolling forward, just do that. And that overcorrection is gonna help stretch out these muscles and strengthen the ones in the back to hold your shoulders in place. You can also push your neck back too if you want to work on like that tech neck thing that a lot of people get when they spend a lot of time on technology. So feel free to do that one as well. And then I'm going to do the carpal tunnel stretch. So there's two you can do. There is the prayer pose. So you do prayer hands and then push your hands toward your belly, keeping your palms together. And that's going to stretch out those tendons and ligaments. The one I like to do is like a more advanced, I guess, version of that. You take your hand, point it toward the floor behind you. It's kind of hard to see in this chair, but you can push it against a wall if that's easier, and you can like raise your hand up on the wall to like give yourself more torque, I suppose. I just take my other hand, make sure I get my thumb and all my fingers, right? And then just pull toward my body. I tend to be a little bit overly flexible, and so this one is the only one that I really feel anything doing. But you should feel it in like all of your fingers and in your thumb. And that's going to help with carpal tunnel, keeping that at bay. And actually, somebody I met at the convention who does really cool art that I really like, they also are doing like creature-y stuff. They taught me about one that's called, it's like more for tennis elbow, but you like make an OK sign, and you like hold it behind you, and like, I don't know, that you can't really see what I'm doing, but you just like hold it behind you, and then you also pull forward and make like this face. And apparently like doing this and then taking it back, it's like nerve gliding is what they call it. So it's like stretching those nerves out to like, and over time, if you have numbness or tingling in like these fingers especially, it's like connected to a nerve in your elbow, and it like helps loosen those up. You feel it in your forearms. Oh, interesting. Well, hey, there you go. And I think we're back. Yeah, you guys should go follow Isol. So there you go, there was your stretch, if we needed a stretch. Hey Nerdoino, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks so much for popping in. Casey stretches by making... No, I wear glasses. I just don't wear them on stream. Okay, I don't finish this chicken. Glasses stream, no. Those are rare. I used to every once in a while stream with glasses on, but... I don't like the way that they look. Yeah, I wear contacts on Goy. I'm like very blind. I cannot not have something. So my glasses are so strong that they make my eyes look really small. At least I think they do. So I prefer not to be seen in them. I pretty much just wear them from the bathroom to the bed after, like, when I'm doing my shower and stuff. Oh, this little chicken is standing with his feet pointing in at each other. That's cute. Thick glasses, gang. Yeah, they're pretty thick. Excuse me, I just breathed a cracker. You guys, I cannot function today. I better not be getting sick. Yeah, exactly. What's your... my prescription is really low if you want to share yours, but mine's or high. I mean, I think it's different for glasses than contacts, but my contact subscription is like -7.5, I think, in this eye, and -6 in this eye. It's really, really bad. Like, I can't... it's not clear past here for me. It's bad. So, and it's been I had first got glasses in like 3rd grade, I think. So there you go, Casey lore. Casey's blind. It's pretty bad. You're so high you don't know off the top of your head. Yeah, I feel like mine's like pretty high. Anytime I think you get above like 2 or 3, it's like, oh, that's a pretty high like prescription. You need to get yourself set up with some contacts. I just think they're more convenient. They don't get knocked off your face. You can't break them, really. I mean, you could, but they're a lot more replaceable. They're designed to be replaceable, right? So, plus it's just, I don't know, you can wear sunglasses easier, you know? It's just more convenient all around. Yeah, I think I do have a nice stigmatism too. I mean, I didn't realize. I thought I was just like, is it myopia? Myopic? I can't remember. But yeah, I'm just nearsighted as heck. But I guess that's also called astigmatism, maybe, or that's at least what my doctor said. I don't know. That was the first time I'd ever heard that. Maybe I misunderstood what they were trying to tell me. But I know my mom has astigmatism. But she doesn't have to have glasses. My dad has to have glasses, but I don't know if he has astigmatism. I love these fluffy-footed birds. They're so fun. You're a little older now, so you can't read microprint across the stadium anymore? Aw. Well, join the club. I haven't been able to read small print since I was probably 5, so it's not so bad. Having to stick something in your eye would make you nervous. I guess it is kind of weird the first time, but I've been wearing contacts since 5th grade, and so maybe I was just too young to be afraid. Like, I didn't think about it as being scary, and I'm so used to it, it's really not a big deal to me. I do it without mirrors all the time. I do it while I'm camping. You just flush them really well so you don't get dirt in there, and if it kind of hurts, flush it some more. It's really not, I don't know. I just think for the convenience, it's better. And plus, aesthetically, my eyes look normal sized, so that's the other thing. Nerdowino has got sunglasses. Hey, speaking of cool people that you should follow. Oh, I have hiccups so bad right now. I'm so sorry. You guys should go follow Nerdowino if you aren't already. I'm sure a lot of you are. Nerd has popped into our chats quite a few times, but make sure that you follow Nerd. He does science here on Twitch. And also sometimes like Lego building and stuff, but like, yeah, looks at stars and does telescope streams and, you know, like rocket launch streams, all kinds of cool stuff. Talks about space news, looks at astrophotography. It's a fun time. If you are curious about space, highly recommend. You found your prescription, but you're not sure how to read it. That's fair. I know for contacts it's like a smaller number, I think, and then for glasses it's bigger. I don't know. I always ask just because it's easier. That way if I'm ever in a place where I need contacts and I'm not by my doctor, I will just know what it is. Because I mean, mine's so bad that I can't drive without some kind of visual assistance. And so I always get nervous when I travel that I'm gonna like lose a contact or lose my luggage and not have my extras and then need a contact or need my glasses. And it's probably just being overly cautious, but better to be prepared, right? You're at a -10. Oh, so yours is worse than mine. Yeah, that is pretty high. I'm sure I'll get there eventually. Mine seems to creep up every few years, so I actually need to go make an eye appointment this year because I didn't go last year. They're bugging me about it, which is fair. Draw you. It's Chicken Man. I am drawing you. Look at that. Look at all these you that I drew. Chicken Man. How are you doing, Chicken Man? I'm gonna color this one. I really love Brahmas. They're so cute. Brahmas are these ones with the little fluffy feet. Chicken Man's gotta be the star of the show. Yeah, for sure. Chicken Man, this stream is all about you, my friend. Oh, you know what, Nerduino, if you're still in here. So I was at a convention this weekend, as you know. And thank you for the boost on the post, by the way, on Blue Sky about it. But I ended up talking about Twitch a lot to my table buddies, like the people on either side of me. And the person to my left is a scientist. And actually, another of the artists on my aisle was also a former paleontology student. And I was telling everybody I could about Science Twitch, and they were all very excited. I mentioned you. And paleontologizing and science streams and Hoodles and all the science folks that I could think of off the top of my head. Kay Passionate, because the marine biologist. Anyway, I don't know if it'll do anything, but hopefully you can get the word out. Silkies do have fluffy feet, yeah, and so do Cochins. There's quite a few fluffy-footed, fluffed chickens, if you will. But they're all very nice. Actually, no, I take that back. The one Cochin that I met was very skittish. She was nice, but she was terrified of people. I'm very sad that she passed away. But the Brahmas that I've met have all been extremely people-friendly. You're doing good. Good. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm doing not too bad. I am slowly recovering from being at my first convention, tabling for the first time in gosh, 6 years. Just about 6 years. Like 5 years and 10 months, I guess, if you want to really count. But your neighbor had silkies. They were jerks. Yeah. Even the hens tried attacking everyone. Yeah, silkies can be kind of rude if they're not handled constantly. Yeah. Sorry, Yaminia. My automat I think got you there, but I see what you're saying. I feel like most chickens, though, if you handle them a lot of them will become friendly over time. Like, we had a leghorn at the place I volunteer at. And leghorns are not supposed to be super friendly, but this one, oh my gosh, it was the snuggliest chicken I've ever met in my life. It just wanted to be in your lap all the time. It was so cute. And it was an outdoor chicken, like it wasn't like a pet. But some chickens, you know, just like people, they've just got different personalities, and some of them like stuff and take to stuff easier than others. Chickens are really fun though. They get a bad rap, I think, a lot, but they can be extremely sweet. Oh, did you see a mink just now? Slubby, are you taking us on a walk? That's exciting. You saw the American mink? That's cool. Your neighbor had silkies. Yeah. With the egg prices now, I think we're all headed. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people started owning chickens during the pandemic for similar reasons, but I think especially right now, for those who still have their coops and stuff, it's definitely a good time to get into chicken ownership. If anyone decides they're gonna do that, let me know. I have a lot of good resources on chicken owning. I wish I had space to own chickens. I would love to have chickens someday. They're great. They're so fun. I want to take good care of them so that they make lots of eggs. Yeah, the setup for chickens is kind of it's like an upfront cost, but once you have like a sturdy setup, I will say don't skimp on the setup, especially if you live in a mountainous region. Definitely spend the extra money to make a really secure coop. Because everything wants to eat those chickens, and they will find a way in. Like, the most common cause of death for backyard chickens is, like, pets. Pets and local predators. Yeah, foxes, bobcats, those are pretty much everywhere in the US, and they will absolutely hop a fence and grab a chicken. But if you live in the mountains, there's also, like, bears, mountain lions, like, all kinds of stuff out here. Cats. But honestly, like, the people across the street from me had chickens, and I gave them some from a friend. I was rehoming them, and the neighbor's dog got into their backyard and ate all their, like, killed all their chickens. Like, they're just, everything wants to eat them. So. Do you know why a chicken coop has 2 doors? To hinter? One is to hinter, maybe? And to exit. Is that why? Is that why, Bickman? Bickman, did I get your joke? To hinter and to exit. If it had 4, it'd be a chicken sedan. Oh, you're making a car. See, I was going with the chicken joke, not a car joke. I don't know, guys. I kind of liked my version of that joke. But thank you all for cheesing Bickman. Bickman seems to be quite the cheese connoisseur. He really wants all the cheese. Today. You just had 3 bald eagles flying by the lake you live by. Oh my gosh, you were pet watching their new puppy and you took the puppy inside. Yeah, for sure, yeah. There's so many, like, golden eagles, bald eagles. There's just so many big predators out here. I'm always shocked that people keep their cats outdoors here. I'm like, that cat is not gonna live long. Oh my gosh. Alright, I think I've had enough cheese. I'm starting to get full. Let's put this cheese away before I just sit here and eat it all. It's always the danger of cheese. Also, how you doing, Miss Capritel? Thanks for popping in. I hope you're doing well. Woo! Aw! Thank you, Saints. I appreciate that follow. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. Oh, thank you, Big Man. I'm glad you like my chicken joke. Oh, I think we're 5 followers away. 5 followers away from actually being at 2,800 followers. So thank you. I appreciate that. First you were in awe just watching it, yeah. Then it dawned on you the puppy is small enough to, yeah. Honestly, so scary. Alright, let's do another chicken study. Keep making their eyes too big, but I just like them. That's a good reason to make them big, right? Because I just like them. Oh, sorry, hiccup. I apologize. Alright, chicken. Let's do another one. Your computer has stroke. Oh no, got 52 notifications saying your keyboard USB had been disconnected. Oh wow, that sounds like you have a loose connection maybe. Like maybe that jack is going out. I've had a USB port go out before. It's very inconvenient. Would not recommend. Hey, Short. Shorted it out. How are you? How are you? A rooster. So I don't know if this one is a rooster. This looks like a hen to me. Roosters tend to have these long, pointy feathers. This is a rooster. A lot of people think think the comb is what makes a rooster, and sometimes it can be. But there are like some breeds. Sorry, you didn't ask any of this. I'm just totally chicken nerding out right now. But some breeds of chicken do have these taller combs, like leghorns, for example, can have massive combs, and they are not, in fact, roosters. Yes, this is the most appropriate day to use the ramble signal. Oh my gosh, well done, Miss Yvette. Or sorry, Miss Art Rules. Yes, we are rambling, and it's about chickens today. Perfection. Perfection. You think it's your keyboard? Does this every few weeks? Oh, okay, yeah, it might be. Yeah, it definitely might be your keyboard. Is it a wireless or is it a wired keyboard? Ah! Thank you, Rue. I appreciate that. Okay, let me find another chicken picture. Where's my link? I lost my link. Did you guys know that there's this whole website that shows you all kinds of chickens? That's where I'm looking. So many chickens. Oh, Hamburg chicken. This is one of the ones that I helped rehome. These are super rare. They're so pretty. They're actually, I think it's like in danger of going extinct. But they're so cute. They're like Dalmatian chickens. Chicken that looks like dog. Look at this chicken. It's beautiful. A beautiful chimkin. Blink. Hamburg. Both hens and roosters have combs, yes. Only the rooster has a wattle. That's not true either, actually. Yeah, leghorns can have wattles too, as hens. So I'll tell you the main way to tell a rooster. So like this is a leghorn hen. This is not a rooster. And it has giant wattles and a giant comb. But the way to tell roosters is longer tail feathers and pointed collar feathers. And it's kind of funny because you can't really tell this until they get older. But like you see how this one's got longer tail feathers sticking out. So this is a rooster. It's hard to see, but there are like, they come to a point. See how they have like sharp points to them? They're called saddle feathers. So like here is a leghorn rooster. Now granted, he does have much larger wattles than the hen, but the main giveaway again is the longer tail feathers and the pointed saddle feathers that come off of the nape of the neck and the back. And this is true for all breeds of chicken, because it's true for their ancestors, the jungle fowl. I think it's the gray jungle fowl that they come from, most chicken breeds. I think there's 2 breeds of jungle fowl, or species of jungle fowl, that modern chickens are descended from. There's the green and the gray, I think. I went on like a chicken deep dive years ago when I first started volunteering with this group of hens. Brahma, so like even Brahma chickens. The rooster. So here's a Brahma rooster. He's a pretty boy, but you see those points and the longer feathers, and then the Brahma hen is gonna be more like soft looking. So these are all hens. They have the short tails and they don't have points on their saddle feathers. Yeah, that's a hen right there. And some breeds don't have as pronounced of combs and stuff. Like where did the rooster go? Oh, there you go. I lost him again. Yeah, like even the roosters don't have very pronounced combs on this breed. It just depends. Every breed is bred for a different thing. I love Brahmas though. We had a Brahma just like this that I called Macy Gray. She was my favorite chicken. I miss her. So sad. Another thing people don't know about chickens and misunderstand is egg color. A lot of people think a brown egg means that it's a better fed chicken. It's like healthier, it's organic, like if it's brown it means it's good for you. The egg color is like eye color. It's just part of the chicken. So it's part of the breed usually. The one exception to that is Easter eggers. Easter egger chickens can lay multiple colors of eggs. Not by individual, but like you could have 2 Easter eggers from the same clutch and they could lay different color of eggs. That's why they're called Easter eggers. Hey ZBrush, yes, I did see your Draw Me an Animal. Sorry, I'm just on a chicken rant right now. You saw an ad today where you can rent chickens. What? That sounds really suspicious. They come with everything you need and they guarantee eggs. Well, so they're just young chickens. And they're probably a high egg laying breed. So like different breeds of chickens can lay higher numbers of eggs. So like The leghorn, for example, lays a white egg, and it's one of the more popular like industry breeds of chicken because it's a very high production breed, so it can lay like tons of eggs in its lifetime. There's some that even lay twice a day. Some species, when they're young, or breeds when they're young, they will lay an egg in the morning and an egg at night. At least while they're young. Usually by the first 2 years of egg laying are the most productive, and then it starts to taper off. You thought it was what the chicken ate? Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people think egg color is based on what they eat. That's not true. The yolk color, the color of the yellow part of the egg, that is based on what they eat. So like the healthier, the more brightly cut, like orange, honestly the deeper orange color, well, if it's too deep, it could mean it has like an organ failure, but if it's like a golden yellow, that's a really well-fed, like well-balanced, nutrient-rich egg, because it's that nice golden yellow color. The really pale, like you can tell the unhealthier chickens, like if you crack open an egg from a backyard chicken versus like a chicken farm, like the cheap ones that you would get from Tyson or Walmart or whatever. Those egg yolks from those chickens are like pale, runny, like really pale yellow. And then like the backyard hen, if it's fed well and has a varied diet, it's going to have like a really golden yellow color to the yolk. So the yolk color tells you how good the nutrients are for that bird. It can also help you when you're a backyard person who has your own chickens to tell when you have a sick chicken or a chicken that's not eating enough. Yeah, so, oh my gosh, I did not mean to rant about chickens. Let's do the draw me an animal, and then I'm gonna draw this other chicken. Isn't the posture a bit different? You mean between roosters and chickens, or like hens? Not really. I mean, a rooster might strut occasionally, but when they're like feeding and walking around, they're gonna move just like the hens. It's really the tail and the saddle feathers, and also spurs can be an indicator. So spurs, like if you look at this guy, roosters grow spurs. This is like their way to defend the flock. They grow them to defend the flock. But an interesting thing about chickens is hens can also grow spurs. It's really crazy. I've seen it happened all the time at our coop because we don't have roosters because they're not allowed in city limits. So at our coop, basically whoever the dominant hen was would grow spurs. Well, not always the dominant hen, but a lot of times it was the dominant hen, because like if there's not a rooster present, whoever the dominant hen is will kind of take on that role of protecting the flock and like keeping things in order and watching out for enemies. And so something happens hormonally where it will trigger their bodies to start growing spurs. So we had some pretty gnarly spurs actually on the birds that we had, for some of them. Like they were pretty long. And it's kind of crazy because it's not like they changed, their sex. They're still female, they still laid eggs, but they would start to do male behaviors. So like roosters do this thing where they will, they'll kind of like, if they find food, they actually won't just go for it like every other chicken will. They'll actually like pick it up and drop it and like make this really soft clucking sound. And it's like a, hey, come here ladies, like here's some good food to eat. And so like the rooster will let the hens eat it first. And it's just like an instinct. And whenever a new hen becomes the dominant hen, they'll start doing that behavior as well. They won't just immediately start eating the food. They'll kind of like, hey guys, come, there's like food here, come eat it. And they'll also break up fights. They will dominance mount to proclaim dominance. They basically hop on their backs and like peck the neck. Even though it's kind of crazy, but it will happen. And like once it happens, they won't go back. Right? Like they'll always have spurs, they'll always have those behaviors. And then once that hen dies, another hen will pick up the mantle and kind of take that role. It's kind of interesting. Hit a long weekend, you deserved. Yeah, let me rant about chickens. You like Easter egg breeds? They're fun. You had one a few years ago. She laid blue. Wait, her eggs changed? They shouldn't have changed. They should always be pretty much the same. I've seen, are you sure you didn't have two Easter eggers? The reddish with speckles, that's a different breed. We had some reddish with speckled chickens, but that wasn't the Easter egger. Sometimes they can be confusing because you don't always see the eggs being laid, so you don't know who's laying them, but the egg's like a genetic blueprint, so like the egg color will always be the same. They shouldn't be able to change. The most I've ever seen was like a dark teal to a light teal, like if the shell was thinner or if the chicken was sick, our Easter egger would lay like these really rich teal, and then sometimes a pale teal. And then sometimes they had like calcified bumps on them, like when she got older, because that's something that happens with old birds. And a barred rock rooster. That's really weird. She shouldn't be able to lay red eggs. That's very unusual. I kind of wish you would have gotten that chicken tested, because that's like, I've never heard of that before. Like that's actually one of the things that people like about Easter eggs, is that you can collect one of each color, because they'll always lay the same color. So I don't know what was going on with your chicken. Maybe it was a chimera. Maybe it had two. Maybe it was like had two chickens in it. Like two. Do you know what I don't know if you know what a chimera is, but it could have been like two female embryos somehow that got fused and became one chicken. It can happen, but I can't. That's the only explanation I can come up with. Like, I don't know how they would be able to lay two colored eggs. That's wild. Let's see. The orange color is based on the feed, yeah. Amount of beta carotene. That's true. You can falsely color the yolk if you feed like a high keratin diet. Yeah, that's true. But typically most backyard farmers are not doing that. It tends to be just like a high nutrient thing. Used to make beta carotene. Oh wow, that's crazy, Turgis. Also, hi Turgis, how are you? Welcome to Chicken Talk. It is Mario Day. Are you drawing chickens? Wait, what? It's Mario Day? Oh, it is! It's March 10th. Listen, Turgis, I just got back from a convention. I'm very tired. My brain's not working. I'm not drawing Mario. I'm sorry. Oh, I have a drawing an animal. Let's do that really fast. We're talking chickens. I love talking chickens. Let's see. I'm curious about this. Yeah, I'm super interested in that. I'm gonna have to look into that chimera chicken. I'm really curious. Like, I'm gonna look into the chimera. I've never heard of that. That's fascinating. I wish you would have gotten it tested, honestly. Chimera hen. Laying two colors of eggs. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm sorry. I'm so like, I'm stuck on this now. That is so interesting. I'm gonna have to look into this later. There is a way, so there is like a trick. I'm trying to remember what the trick was. There's a trick to knowing what color egg your chicken is gonna lay. I think it's like, so chickens, you may not know this. Sorry, I'm still stuck on the chicken thing. We will draw the animal. So this right here, this part of the chicken, this is called the earlobe. A lot of people don't know that, but chickens do have ears. That little hole right there is the ear, and this is the lobe of the ear. And the earlobe can be white or red. And I think if it's a white, or actually I think it can also be purple in silkies. I think silkies can have purple combs and earlobes. But there was something about the earlobe, like it's not 100%, but it's like a good way to know. Like, I think it's like if you have a chicken with white earlobes, it will lay white eggs. And then red could be any color. Don't quote me on that one. It's been so long since we've had any egg-laying birds. All of our birds were like 10 years or older, so. Yeah, it's not a universal predictor. Gosh, I'm gonna have to go down a chicken portal later today because I'm gonna get distracted. Okay, let's go back and do the draw me an animal. Ouch. Just poked myself right in the face. So I have Siberian musk deer. Ooh, that sounds fun. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Charzia. Also, hi, Charzia. I saw that you were doing a traditional stream. I wasn't able to catch the stream, but I hope it went well. I did peek into your VOD, and it looked really cool, the piece you were looking at. Siberian musk deer. Okay. Do I know what this is? I think this is one of those toothy deers. So the way Draw Me an Animal works, for anyone who's not been here before, you can redeem this with channel points once every half hour, and I will draw you an animal. An animal by request. It just, my rule is it has to be a real animal so that we can look it up and learn about it later, basically. Because I like learning stuff about animals, obviously. Where did it go? Your hen was Americana? Yeah, we had one of those. The breed itself can lay eggs anywhere from pale lavender to dark red. You find that your hen should only have laid one color egg. Yeah, no, I'm super, Yamina, I'm like obsessed with, like, you have no idea what you've just set off in my afternoon. I'm probably gonna spend at least an hour trying to figure out. The only thing I can think of is like something weird happened with the genetics and she maybe had 2 egg-laying genetics. And the only reason I can think of that happening would be if it was a chimera. But I'm gonna look into it. I don't know if you've ever spent any time, or anybody who's interested in chickens has hung out on Backyard Chickens, but backyardchickens.com is a really, really cool chicken forum, and there's some bad info on there, so don't like don't take everything. Like, there's a lot of people in there who are like, feed your chickens silver, and it's like, don't do that. Please don't do that. But there's also like really good tips on like coop building and like information, like really solid, like well-researched people there too. And I like to hang out and learn stuff there when I have chickens in my life. You have an account on there, nice. Yeah, I haven't checked on in years either because I haven't had the reason to, but if I ever see you there, I think I even have the same name on there too. I'm never good at hiding my online presence. I probably should be better. Okay, Siberian musk deer. So we have 5 minutes to do this. It's 11:41, so I have about 5 minutes. I'm gonna say that it is one of those toothy deers that has the cute little teeths. I like these a lot. I don't remember if they have little antlers. Do they have little antlers? They probably do. I think almost all of them do. I don't know if all the fanged deer have little antlers, but we'll go ahead and give them just like some little antlers. Because I think the musk deers tend to be fanged, which is so fun and primitive looking. I really like it. Yeah, of course, Terzia. I hope it went well. I definitely want to do some traditional streams myself. You guys, for anyone who hasn't heard, by the way, my afternoon streams are canceled for the time being because I'm having lots of tech issues at the studio right now between internet problems and PC problems and OBS problems. I need to sit down and do a lot of research and do some like tech days, unfortunately, where I'm just gonna have to figure out all this stuff. But hopefully soon I'll be able to start them again, and I would like to do some traditional painting streams. There's so many cool traditional artists here on Twitch that have really inspired me. And it's really cool to see you do that, Terzia. You once played bass for the Siberian musk deer. Did you? Did you, Amaze? Wow, what a specific experience that you've had. It does kind of sound like a band name, though. Alright, I think it's one of those little toothy deers. Let's try. What if dinosaurs had big ears? Oh, that would be cute. I don't know if we know of any dinosaurs. Like, I don't think we have impressions enough to show if they had a lot of soft tissues. Well, some of them. But as far as I know, they were like birds and lizards and just had the whole... If gene is the right word. I like how torties have 2... Yeah, tortoise shells. Yep, and also calicos are like this too, I think. Apparently just out of pictures of void chickens. What? Okay, I'm getting distracted. I'm supposed to be drawing a musk deer. I have to go look at void chickens later. Is that like the, what are they called? There's a breed of chicken that even the skin is black. Like the whole thing is black. I think Ayama chicken, something like that. I could be wrong. But they're like all black. They're really pretty. And also, here's a fun other pro tip that I've learned. I don't know how true it is, but it definitely held true for us. They say that if you have a free-ranging, like chickens that free-range without something overhead to keep aerial predators away, like if they range outside of a coop or a run that doesn't have a ceiling, they say if you keep 1 or 2 black, like solid black chickens with your flock, it can potentially dissuade hawks and eagles from trying to predate, because from a distance they can like mistake them for crows and ravens, which crows and ravens obviously hassle birds of prey quite a bit, and so it can keep them from trying for that particular chicken. Again, I don't know how true it is, but we did have an open run that had no ceiling, and we've never had an eagle or a hawk attack, which I think is incredible, at our chicken coop that that I volunteer at. At least not that I know of, anyway, in the history of it having existed. It's been around for a few decades, but they've always had a black chicken. And I don't think it was done intentionally. I think it just so happened that way. But we had an Americana as well, I think, who was all black, and she was really pretty and had the glossy raven black sheen like feathers. And we had plenty of them circling overhead, but they never tried for them. I don't think it hurts that there was like people around most of the time too, but there's plenty of times when nobody was around and they were out and nobody ever got eaten. So pro tips if anyone wants to get into chicken keeping, get a black chicken. Okay, I'm gonna say this is a Siberian musk deer. You know what? I'm actually changing my mind on the color. Shoot, do I have time to fix this? Probably not. I think they're actually a gray, like a more of a grayish brown. I'm gonna like do part of it gray. I don't have time to do the whole thing, unfortunately. Just pretend I colored it this way the first time. I'm almost positive they're like a more of a brownish reddish. I could be wrong. But this is what my gut is saying. Ah, I hate that. Here we go. Okay, let's look it up. Yeah. Oh, they're so pretty. Americanas are, yeah. Easter eggers are great. We had a green one and a teal one. We never had the, I think Choco Morans or something like that. I think they lay those dark brown eggs too. But yeah, they're basically just mixed breed chickens that could have anything, essentially. Yeah, okay. Let's look it up, see how close I got here. We do know enough about dinosaurs, so they did have fleshy appendages like ears or trunks. But what about fleshy throat thingies? That was a paleo meme a few years back, trunk dinosaurs. Oh really? I missed all of those. Yeah, I was trying to think if we knew of any dinosaurs that would have had even like a little ridge around the ear, but I couldn't really think of any. Learning about fowl pox. Yeah, chicken pox for chickens, exactly. Yeah, Backyard Chickens is a fun place. It's an easy place to get lost for a few hours, for sure. I posted my chicken stickers on there somewhere. I don't remember. They are gray. Okay, so just pretend I did gray, okay? I did remember that they were gray. I don't know why I colored them. I guess they're kind of a brownish gray. This one's more of a brownish gray. But yeah, here is a Siberian musk deer, and they do have the fangs. They're so cool. Look at these teeth. They're so neat. Look at this animal. Siberian musk deers are so neat. I like their little teethers. Okay, look how cute they are from the front, too. Let's learn about them. They are vulnerable. No! I hate that. It's found in the mountain forests of Northeast Asia. It's most common in the taiga of the... Oh, taiga is also the name of a... Oh, something else, anyway. Found in Mongolia, Korean Peninsula. Their small shape allows them to hide from predators through tiny openings in the rock. Oh, cute. Yeah, they are pretty little. Although bearing fangs, Siberian musk deer are actually herbivores, with their main source of nutrients being lichen. So they don't have antlers because they have fangs, is that right? Dang it. So I'm gonna give myself... I couldn't decide. I was indecisive about that. They don't have antlers. The fangs are the defense, I think. So I'm gonna give myself like an 80. I got it, but I did add antlers. They're not supposed to be there. Due to poaching, deer population is decreasing. It's expected the population will be reduced to 30% over the next 3 generations. Lame. However, each of the cited countries are beginning to restore their population. Good. These are so cool. Look at them. Look at their skull. Ooh, I'm gonna save this. This is cool. I love a good skull reference. Natasha, hey, how you doing? That looks like an online Photoshop prank. This deer? Yeah, a little bit. I can totally see how you got there, for sure. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. We are doing the Draw Me an Animal game right now. I'm gonna put this in the anatomy section. But yeah, you can see those tusks, basically, coming out of their skull there. It's definitely not Photoshop. These are real animals. Real cool animals. Very, very cool. If you want to learn about this critter, here you go. You want to save the image too? Yeah, check it out. Wikipedia is really great, I think, for like animal, especially for like animal research stuff. I've never had an issue with it. During breeding season, the male deer grow tusks instead of antlers. These tusks are used to compete with other males and attract females. Tusks that are longer and stronger create a more intimidating stance and become more attractive to females, as the offspring of that male are likely to become healthier. Once the male and the female deer have procreated, the females will become pregnant for over 6 months. Females can give birth to 1 to 3 offspring. Musk deer will mark their territory, warning trespassing deer not to cross the boundaries. So wait, do they lose their tusks then when they aren't in breeding season? That is bizarre. How do you lose? Is this like a tooth? Does it just fall out? Hold on, I'm curious now. I saw a side-by-side picture. Is this the same animal? I don't want to go to Facebook Live on Twitch. I think that could be disastrous. I'm gonna have to look this up later. Another thing to research later. Animals are so interesting. If they could just stop being interesting for 5 seconds, maybe I could get my job done. But alas, I enjoy them being interesting. I have so many tabs open. Let's close those. Okay. Well, thank you for the Draw Me an Animal. That was lovely. Always a fun time. Oh, so easily distracted right now. Okay, let's get back to the chickens. We are going to do a show and tell here in a little bit. Oh, it's already 11:50. Shoot. Alright, let me just color this chicken. I guess I won't have time to do another one. And then by the time I'm done coloring this chicken, we will look at what you guys did. How does that sound? I hope that sounds okay. So if anybody is doing, whether it's a chicken or a study of something else, feel free to drop it in the Discord. Or if you don't want to join the Discord but you still want to show your work, you can drop a link in chat. Just maybe like wait until we're at the showing and telling part so that I don't miss it, because that can happen sometimes. Yeah, right? Tell me why if you're right before you leave and still— oh no! Oh no, Sloppy, I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to start packing some emergency wipes. Void chickens. Oh yeah, let's look at the void chickens. I forgot about the void chickens. Are they the Ayama chicken? Hold on. Let me get in the Discord here. I heard there are void chickens. I have to go see them. I think there's also cute ducklings in the Discord right now. I need to look at them. I need to look at them real bad. Oh my gosh, look at these ducks. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Yeah, these are the Ayama chickens. Yep. I don't know if that's what they're called. Let's look it up. But yeah, if anyone hasn't seen this, these chickens are cool. They're solid black, like extreme melanism, like Charlie's Dragon would say. Is it Ayama? Ayama chicken? I don't remember. Ayami chicken. Okay, I was pretty close. Yeah, here's like a really dramatic picture of an Ayami rooster. If you want to see it. Let me get the image open. Ugh, it won't let me open the image. What the heck? I hate you. I just want to open the image in a new tab. Oh, that's why I hit the wrong thing. Okay. Look! Look at it! Look at it. So pretty. But yeah, they're just like the skin, the beak, everything. Totally black. Void chicken for sure. I have no idea about their temperament or anything like that, but they are really cool. Oh, and this one is actually a Polish hat. So this one is not an Ayami. This is a Polish hat rooster. So Polish hats have these really crazy head feathers. We had 2 of these at my coop. But you can tell it's missing a toenail. Ours, that happened to our Polish too. When she got older, she lost one of her toenails. It must be a breed thing. But yeah, you can see those pointed rooster feathers, the long rooster feathers on the tail. Definitely a rooster. So even though the wattle could be bigger than the females, that's not always an indicator. So it can just be misleading if you think it's the wattles and the crown that make a rooster, because in some species or some breeds of chicken, those are big even on the females. Like our longhorn or leghorn was pretty big. Yeah, he's really pretty. Polish hats can come in really cool colors. I really like the buff Polish. This is a buff. We had one of these. Or no, we didn't have this one. We had the gold laced. We had the gold laced Polish, and we had a silver laced Polish, which is this one right, kind of that one right there. That one's kind of a mix, but they also have like these really dramatic ones with like the big white feathers, and they can have these rounded hairdos, or they can have the really like spindly ones. But I really like this. I really like the buff ones. Oh, these are sultans. These aren't Polish. These are sultan chickens. We had 2 of these, but they both turned out to be male, so we had to give them away. Here's the buff. I really like this one. It's really pretty. Here's another really pretty buff laced. Anyway, chickens are great. We all love them. And if you don't, you will. If I have anything to say about it. Boy, chicken tried to consume the sun power. A green chicken? What? Where? Very stylish, yes. Goth chicken, indeed. Yeah, super goth chicken. Even their internal tissues are black. Yeah, like their organs and stuff. It's so crazy. Not allowed to leave the trail? Oh no, Sloppy, that's awful. What do they expect people to do? I'm so spoiled in Colorado. Everything is like BLM land. Sorry for crunching sounds. I'm getting hungry again. Oh my gosh. Why is this like this? Google centipede molting? Oh, really? Okay. I'm too trusting. For all I know, you could be trolling me. But that does sound interesting. I didn't know centipedes molted. Oh, there goes. There goes my computer. Not enjoying OBS. My chat will just go totally black screen for like 10 seconds every once in a while. No trolling. I'm just, yeah. I figured not, but I was more commenting on my complete, just like, oh, okay. I don't know. It's not you, it's me. Your OBS does that all the time? Mine just started doing it on this PC, not my other PC. The colors are amazing, but it's still creepy. Oh, really? It's creepy? I kind of like things that are slightly creepy. I don't mind a little creep. Big creeps are no bueno. Little creep is okay. Most of it, I don't know, I don't always, here, let me look, now you got me curious. Let me see how creepy this is. Centipede molting. Whoa! No, I think that's really cool. It is really colorful too. I think it's the contrast of the dead molt to the fresh that makes it. Well, I don't know, this centipede's actually pretty colorful. I had no idea centipedes molted, to be honest. Oh, that one's a little creepy. An African giant centipede. It's like it's leaving the ghost of itself behind. It's so wild. So do they darken after a while? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know anything about centipedes. Very much a rainbow of colors, that's for sure. They don't even look the same. Yeah, don't look this up if you don't like bugs. Oh, millipedes molt too. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Learn something new every day. Well, there you go. We all learn together. Can't look away. I know, right? I was like, I have to stop, but I want to keep scrolling. When are we gonna do a collab where you give me instruction live? Instruction? What kind of instruction? You mean like art instruction? Oh gosh, I can't even get my computer to work. So probably never at this point. I just really think it's just the legs that creep you out. Oh, that's fair. Art instruction live. Casey teaches Turgus. That would be funny. I feel like you would complain a lot. Don't complain. But no, my PC keeps crashing anytime I use Stream Together. I've only done a collab, like a co-stream with Isol, and it crashed both times I've done it with her, at least twice. So I gotta figure out why. I gotta figure out why my PC is doing this. I have so many tech issues at the studio right now. It's extremely frustrating. Uh-oh, is my computer dying here too? What's going on? What was that? Okay, it says we're still live. Stressing me out. Does it have to be a real animal or can it be an animal from Game Ruby? Real animal, yeah. So like that's when you click it, it has the rules. So if you go into, there's really only one rule and it's just it has to be real. So nothing imaginary. So we had one person who one time kind of stretched that rule because there's a famous coyote that's got a scientific name and I did not know that. And so I drew it in good faith. But it was really funny because I didn't know what it was, so I ended up drawing Taz for some reason, and it was Wile E. Coyote. So that was pretty funny. But I'm trying to remember. But if you click the Draw Me an Animal, it says suggest an animal for Casey to quickly sketch without reference, no hints. Must be a real animal, extinct or living, so it could be an extinct animal. But it's mostly an excuse for me to just nerd out about animals, is really what it is, and then I'll draw like a quick one. Yeah, it was a gag. Yeah, Charlie, I didn't know. You need at least one. I know, right, Kudo? I need at least one computer to work. Yeah. Centipedes look creepy with their claw-like legs. Millipedes look nicer. That's true. Centipedes are carnivorous. Oh, I didn't know they were all carnivorous. Huh. Well, I trust you on this. You researched lots of things, Charlie's Dragon. Yeah, that's totally fair. The legs are a little creepy. Oh, a Sengi! I feel like I know what that is. Let me finish this chicken, and then I'll draw your Sengi, and then we will do the show and tell. So if anybody's drawing along, you got like 5 minutes. Well, maybe 10. Since I'm not doing afternoon streams, I don't mind going a little longer on these morning streams. At least not until my PC is everything is fixed at the studio. Between the internet and OBS and my PC crashing, I'm just like so fed up with my studio right now. It's a shame because it's worked so well for so many years and like, I don't know what is going on right now. Oh wait, we have an ad coming up. Yeah, unfortunately because I can only stream here in the mornings because of my roommate, and I do art gym in the mornings, that means I can't really do any special streams for a while. I'm kind of bummed about it. The one thing I might try to do is the thing that we haven't done yet still for the plein air sketch session around the homestead where my studio is located. So I might do that from my phone. Did we ever do that test stream? I can't remember. I don't think we did. So I'd have to do that from my phone and we'll just try setting something up. So that'll have to be probably in like 2 weeks. It'll probably be at the end of March. Just because I need to make sure I can get to the studio so I don't, I'm not gonna have a car for the next possibly 2 weeks because it'll be in the shop, unfortunately. I was telling people who were here earlier about this, so I'm sorry for anybody who's already heard this story, but just so everybody knows, I guess, is on the same page. My life is crazy right now. Things are constantly breaking, and my car is going to be in the shop. Possibly through, I think, like I don't know, possibly 2 weeks from tomorrow. So I have to take it in tomorrow. So I literally have today and tomorrow in the studio, and then I may not be able to get in for a while. So I won't even have time to fix the computer issues, probably today or tomorrow. So this is gonna be, unfortunately, I think an extended hiatus of the afternoon streams because of all the various issues in my life. My life is full of issues. But yeah, hopefully I can get the studio PC fixed and figure out why it's crashing, and I'm gonna try updating some things and seeing if I need to go manually install an update to the BIOS. That's the only thing I haven't done yet. But I never had to do that on this PC, and I've had this PC for 10 years. And I built this as well. So I'm not sure why I would suddenly need to manually update a BIOS. Like, I thought that it should handle that. The OS, I thought, handled that for you. So I need to do some research. It could be my specific motherboard maybe requires this. I don't know. But it's been crashing on and off every time I stream for a few months now, and it's extremely frustrating. Not every time, but a lot of the times when I stream, especially if I get a raid, which makes me think it's a memory problem. But anyway, I gotta diagnose that. So let's do a little stretch. Oh, hey, Yak, how's it going? Yeah, everything has issues right now, Frozen Yak. Sorry, I think you said hi earlier and I may have missed it, so I apologize. We did have an update that crashed some PCs, really? Oh, Windows did? Maybe that's what's happening, I don't know. I haven't updated anything yet from Windows. I usually wait as long as they'll let me on updates from Windows because I'm afraid of those kinds of things happening. Stretch break time. Oh. So if you can hear me, this is your friendly reminder to stretch, if you have not already. Ooh. Posture stretch feels so good. So unshrimp yourselves, chat. You're gonna push those shoulder blades together, arch your back into a C shape. Feels good. Ooh, I'm getting like hyper sleepy. Do you guys ever get like that when you're really tired, you get hyper? Or is that just me? No, eye biscuit, that's the wrong way. It's the wrong way. You're supposed to unshrimp. Unshrimp. Put these crackers away because I keep eating them. They're so tasty. I had to throw my cheese and crackers out of reach. Did you make the shrimp one, Rue? Oh my gosh, it cracks me up. Shrimp. No, unshrimp. Unshrimp. Wait, what? That's a lot of bad luck, but they say in life there's always a white stripe after a dark stripe. Yeah, it's just been, I think it's like one of those when it rains it pours sort of situations as far as tech issues go. But yeah, my internet has been dying a lot. They had the internet people out last weekend. It got a little better, but then it got bad again. But I also know that my landlord messed with something, so I'm just gonna tell him like, hey, can you just put it back the way it was and like not touch it for a little bit, and let's just see if that fixes it, because I don't want to change anything if it's not gonna fix it. But anyway, I don't know, it could just be coincidence too. Maybe he didn't break it, but it just like happened to only be good for one day. I don't know. But working on the internet and need to do PC research and need to figure out why OBS keeps giving me this weird error. And it's been happening to a lot of people, so I know it's not just me on that one, but yeah, it's like a trifecta right now. Anyway, hopefully you guys did your posture stretch. I'm sorry, I usually walk you through it, but I got distracted. Yeah, you push your shoulders together and then you hold for 20 seconds and then you drop. So you don't drop by rolling forward, you just drop by like relaxing. So you just kind of like overarch and then relax. So the overarch and push will kind of overextend things, and then the relax will put you in a more natural upright position basically. So there's the posture stretch. We call it unshrimping. I like it. Can move the cheese and crackers toward you, to the VC man? I would, but they would probably not taste good by the time they got to you, unfortunately. Gratitude jar. We have a gratitude jar redeem. Okay, let me get the gratitude jar. There's my chickens. Let's do the gratitude jar, and then we're going to see what you guys got up to. So if anyone had any studies they wanted to share, whether it was chickens or something else, there's the Discord link. If you'd like to join the Discord and drop it in there, feel free. If you don't want to join the Discord, it's totally understandable. I get it. Discords can be overwhelming. Feel free to drop your link in chat. As long as it's work safe, we'll show it on stream. But just remember, the purpose of Art Gym is not just to show art in general, it's to show studies. We're specifically trying to encourage one another to do studies. It's the stuff that most artists kind of put off or don't want to do as much. So if it wasn't fun, it was probably a study. No, that's not true. But yeah, it's just something that's observational drawing, basically. But it doesn't have to be a chicken, it could be whatever you'd like. But like I said, as long as it's work safe and it is an actual study, we will look at it on stream. Let me get the gratitude jar. Let me do a quick scroll through. Oh my gosh, look at all these chickens, they're so cute. Okay, I'm gonna scroll up the top of the chat to see the last thing that we looked at on stream. Where is it? We have a lot of studies since last time. Oh, here we go. Waterfalls, that's right, we did waterfalls. Okay, so we'll put it there. Let me get my gratitude jar, and then we'll look at everything that's on here. So, BRB, grab my jar. Okay, and I know it's not a chicken, but for anyone who hasn't seen this, look at it. Look at this duck on a bicycle. It won't ever focus on it. I don't know why. Oh, it did it! Look at the duck. It's the first time it's ever focused on the duck, you guys. Look at this cute duck. Isn't he so cute? He's like driving his little tricycle. So cute. Anyway, that's my duck stick pencil. Okay, almost a duck stick. Okay, gratitude jar. For those who have never seen this before, this is my gratitude jar. We actually opened it on stream on New Year's Eve because that's what I do. I basically all year long will write down something I'm thankful for, put it in the jar. So today, for the gratitude jar, and thank you, by the way, for redeeming this, because I need reminders to do this. I really struggled last year to remember about the gratitude jar until like June. And then I was like, shoot, I haven't been doing my gratitude jar. So this is helping me remember to put things in here, so thank you. So it is 3/10/25, and I am grateful that Cosmic Con went well. And paid for the battery. I'm gonna have to remember that this later this year. Paid for the car battery I had to replace en route. That was pretty wild. Okay, there we go. My gratitude jar for today. Thank you so much for the redeem. It's going in the jar. This is something I always recommend if, you know, I don't know if anybody is, it's kind of cheesy. I'm a cheesy person. I'm a little sentimental, but I do think it's really helpful to remember the good stuff that happens in a year, because years can be really tough sometimes, and sometimes you really need to, at least I do, need to be reminded of the good things. So that's why I do the gratitude jar. I try to put like one in a week is usually my goal. And then that way at the end of the year, I've got like, you know, 40 or 50 little slips to look at. So thank you guys for helping me remember to do that. And then I don't look at it again until New Year's Eve. That's kind of my reflect on the year we're leaving tradition. But yeah, this little kit just like sits by my door in my bedroom so that I have to walk by it all the time. The idea being that I'll remember to actually like pull out a slip of paper, because I cut these up on New Year's Eve for the next year and like put them in here. And anyway, it's just a whole silly thing that I do. Okay, let's get into the Discord and see what you guys are up to. What else is wrong with my car? Oh, Dan, were you not here? And Yak, you were also asking. So for the TLDR version, if you watch the VOD back, I go into the whole story of what happened this weekend, but TLDR, my car battery died while I was while I was about to go down to the convention. So I had to go take a couple of hours out of my morning on Friday and get a new car battery, take it into the shop, basically. And anyway, so it ended up being like $230 plus tax, and I was not prepared to spend that. And so my original goal for the convention that I did this weekend was just to make $100 to pay for the Square reader that I had to buy, basically, and like the tap to pay one, and which is like $60, and the gas. And that was those are my only costs going into this convention. So I had a very low cost If I had had any other cost, it would not have been worth it, but I had a place to stay and all that stuff. So anyway, got stuck in a snowstorm on the way there. It was crazy. And my car's actually, I have to take it into the shop tomorrow because there's some damage on the door that I've been putting off replacing, and I finally made the appointment to do that. So they're gonna have to like replace the door and do some stuff. Basically my door hit a pole. The wind caught it and swung the door into a concrete pillar while I was airing out my tires, like last year. So anyway, just one thing after another. But yeah, the convention, Yak, if you're still here, it went well. I ended up making all my money back and then a little bit extra, which was way more than I expected. I was expecting to make $100. So it went well. Yeah, it went well. I'm glad you're starting to feel better, Natasha. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, I am thankful. Yep. You can hold your hand behind it. See, I've tried that in the past, Drew, and it didn't work. But a door and big bills. Yeah, thankfully I do have car insurance, so my deductible is only $100 on the car door. So that's all I'm having to pay. The insurance covers the rest. But I don't have rental car insurance because that's just more money than I can afford. So I'm not gonna have a car for 2 weeks, so I'm gonna be walking everywhere. Very exciting. Okay, let's get into the Discord and see what you guys did. So for the end of the art gym, let's see everybody's workouts. So here's mine from last week. I guess we did waterfalls. So what I do is I look at, for anyone who's new here, I look at everything that's been posted in the art gym section. As long as it's a study and as long as it's work safe, we'll look at it. Because the idea is to encourage other artists to do studies. Studies are what help us grow. They help us get better at doing imaginative drawing, character design, environment, you know, any kind of thing you might want to do. Drawing from observation is going to help you get better and help you get there faster. So the whole idea of the art gym is to encourage one another to do like the workout, the tough stuff, the things that we call it the art gym because like kind of like going to the gym, you kind of need an accountability buddy, someone to work out with to kind of help motivate you to do it. So that's the idea behind the art gym. It's like your observational drawing workout buddies basically. So if anybody wants to join in on that, feel free. And feel free to post it in the art gym if you'd like to encourage and share what your progress is. And anyone of any skills level is welcome. The only thing I ask is, like I said, that it's from observational drawing of some kind. Like an object that you're looking at or a photo reference or something like that. People have been asking about style studies lately. We might do a style study. That'd be more like a master study is what that would be traditionally called. We might do a special art gym like that. I don't know. I still feel kind of weird about it for lots of reasons, but I'll get into that later. Let's go ahead and see what's been posted since the last art gym, because that's what we do. Everything below my last post is what we'll look at. So here we have Ray of Sun. Ray of Sun, this is so good. I remember seeing this after. Like, I couldn't tell for a second which one was the photo, but the colors that you got in this, and I love the like painty, I mean, I'm a sucker for a painty texture. Like the painty texture in the foliages was really incredible, but like look at I don't know like what brushes you used or if you like hand painted all of those textures, but the water looks incredible. Like that is such a cool texture for water that you achieved here, Ray of Sun. I don't know why it's not letting me. There we go. Really, really, really pretty. The painting looks better than the picture. I know, right? It looks so lush. And that's the nice thing about, you know, artists, we can kind of selectively draw from things, right? We can sort of like take some artistic license and like crop out some trees that are less aesthetic and maybe emphasize some that are. So you cannot, I mean, that's kind of the fun part of a study too. You're still using the reference, but you're prettying it up just a little bit. But this looks so great. Like, yeah, I love your water textures that you've gotten here, Ray of Sun. So many layers were used. I bet, but it paid off. This is beautiful. So, so pretty. Yeah, and so much detail too. Like, look, I mean, the detail in the ferns down here, just like mind-blowing. Yeah, this is beautiful. Lovely study. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I'm sure it makes me want to do some studies, and I don't like doing them typically, so you did a fantastic job there, Ray of Sun. And like, as always, let us know if you ever start streaming so we can shout you out. But thank you for participating. That was beautiful. And hey, Bakaholic, how are you? It's good to see you. Hey, Kev. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Fun facts about chickens. Okay. Casey's mortal enemy. No. The opposite. Casey's besto friendo forever and all time. 2, anyone who has called you a chicken has never fought a chicken. Truth. Those are facts. 3. Casey prefers her chickens in a dino-shaped nugget with ketchup. Nope, I like snuggleable. I can't even say it. Cuddle chickens. I like to pet them. They're so cute. But I didn't even know about dino nuggies until like 2 years ago. I had never had one as a kid, so Mom didn't buy us a lot of like snacky junk food. But those are scientific fun facts right there, guys. There you go. For those of you who are only here for Kev's scientific fun facts, you're welcome. You're free to leave at any time now. Now that your quota of scientific fun facts have been completed. But I hope you're doing well, Kev. Yeah, right. With mayonnaise, really. I'm not a big mayo person either. Here we have some from Rue. That's right, Rue did some studies from, there's a lot of them here, so I'm just gonna kind of go through them. Not spend a ton of time on each page, but they're beautiful. Rue did these really, really healthy, I just read Miss Art Rules, really beautiful studies, and healthy studies too, because she walked around. She drew these at a zoo. She went to a zoo and did some real observational drawings of real live animals. And it's funny because she went to a zoo that I grew up going to, the Fort Worth Zoo. If anyone's ever in the area, it's a fantastic zoo. Rue, I hope you had a good time. It's one of my favorite zoos, for sure. I know these penguins, like I know a lot of these animals that you're like, this is the tiger that like hangs out constantly by that window, I imagine. It's either pacing or laying there almost every time I go. But yeah, these are so fun. I love the new cheetah enclosure. They just built a new cheetah enclosure. I thought it was a little small for how many cheetahs were in there, but they might rotate them too. So it's possible they were just in that enclosure. I know that's something they do for a lot of animals. They rotate them. The one I saw, it was like, oh, it's a little smaller than I would expect. Hammerkop, you saw that one too. So I went to the bird thing and I saw the hammerkop and I was like, I think it was like 2 weeks after somebody had asked me to draw this animal. And I was like, oh, I just had to draw that for someone. I'd never heard of it before. But these are great. The African painted dogs. It's so cool that they have wild dogs there now. They didn't have those when I was growing up, going to that zoo. But I hope you had fun there. It was really fun. It was a nice day. Good. Good. The elephants. I love the elephants so much. The meerkats, the hippos. This is a great drawing of the hippo. These all look great. You can tell like it's much harder, right? Because the animals are often moving. It's hard to get them to sit still unless they're sleeping. Right? But still, these are great gestures. These are great studies of these creatures. Oh, look at this rhino. Oh my gosh, I love that rhino. Rhinos are so fun. These look fantastic, Rue. Oh, the Komodo dragon looks great. Thank you so much for sharing these. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you feel like you got something out of the drawing. Hopefully you weren't the only one drawing. I feel like you went with a few other art folks, so hopefully everybody got to do some drawing, but that's awesome. I would love to go back to the zoo and do a group drawing session sometime. That'd be super fun. But you guys should go follow Rue if you haven't already, because Rue is a fantastic streamer here on Twitch who also animates and does things like that on stream. You were the only one drawing, really? I'm surprised, actually. Well, we'll have to, if you ever want to, let me know. We can totally go do a drawing session at Fort Worth Zoo sometime when I'm back in Texas. This looks so, wait, I forgot to read who this was. HDMZ. HDMZ here. Rue is amazing, agreed. Agreed. Look at these. These are fantastic, HDMZ. HDMZ also does some streaming here on Twitch. Make sure that you go follow. Oh, thanks, Rue. Appreciate that. Fans, girl. Nice, nice. Oh, you did that yesterday. You went to the zoo and drew? That's awesome. Miss Art Rules. These look great. I love this cute little kitty. These are great poses here, HDMZ. HDMZ's been doing a ton of studies on Twitch. So if you need some accountability and you would like to draw with somebody while they're streaming, HDMZ's streams would be a great one to go check out. Fantastic shapes, really good movement right here, actually. I really enjoy that you paid attention to like some action poses here. Very much a zoom. Very much a zoom, yeah. Oh, that's okay, Miss Art Rules. Doing any amount of studies is helpful, whether it's 1 or 100. You're still gonna get something out of it. Moving. Oh, here's another one from HDMZ. What did they say? Returning to the basics. Is this from the draw box? I wonder if this is from the draw box. I'm seeing a lot of boxes here. Yeah, foundational practice is really important too. Aw, hearts on screen. Thanks, Bach. I need to get a better GIF for that, but thanks for finding that. I need to get more buttons for you guys to press. But these are great foundational practices. If anybody is like, I don't even know the basics of drawing, start with this kind of stuff. Start with shape exploration. Draw some boxes. Draw things in perspective. Like, look at, when I say perspective, I mean like things at different angles. Learn about perspective lines. Learn about contours. That's what these lines around these objects are. Like, there's so much to drawing, more than just drawing what you see. It's also understanding 3D form, perspective, value, you know, anatomy. There's so many pieces. And anytime you feel like you're struggling with part of that, sometimes going back to the basics like this is really helpful. Yeah, drawing different types of lines, different types of shapes, different mark making. Try even different medium, honestly, like switching from digital to traditional for a little bit and doing some studies in traditional. I would love to do that. That was actually on my list of goals for this year, is to do more traditional studies, like traditional art studies. I'm hoping to do that. I just gotta get my dang computer situation at the studio fixed. Everything is so broken there right now. But this is great. Thank you, HMZ, for showing that, and showing that it's okay to return to basics and that it can be really helpful. Love to see it. And then over here we have Charlie's Dragon. Charlie's Dragon drawing a little fox. Here's the reference. You don't have to show the reference if you don't want to, chat, but if you'd like to, it does always kind of help us see like what you were drawing from. More leg. Oh gosh. Turgis, we're learning about drawing right now, not legs. We're not drawing legs. Yeah, exactly. Line weight, that's another good one. Yep, drawing circles, period, very tough. Charlie's Dragon, thank you so much for sharing. I think this looks lovely. I know you said you had some, what did you say about it? You gave up on the head, the proportions of the body might be off. I think your proportions are actually really good. I feel like we've been seeing you progress in this. So I think you're doing great. Keep going in the direction you're going. Keep checking your proportions, but I think you're doing great. I can tell that you gave up on the head a little bit, but I've totally been there when my paper has been full of eraser lines and just like I want to scribble it out. So sometimes, honestly, if you get to that point, sometimes it's better to just start a new drawing if you ever decide to do some more studies. Because sometimes the first one can just be like get the bad drawing out, right? And then you can like try it again with what you've learned and you might feel less frustrated. But I think you're going in a good direction, and it's always fun to see work from you. So thanks for drawing and sharing. It's fantastic. Keep it up. Oh, and here we have the chickens. Okay. And now, believe it or not, guys, this is a chicken. I know it doesn't look like a chicken, probably. This is a species of Asian chicken. I think it's called the parrot-beaked. I don't remember. I'd have to get back in the Pinterest. It's the parrot-beaked something. But Amaze has chosen this unique chicken to draw today for their study. Please tell me about this odd chicken. Yeah, okay, let's learn about it. I think it's like a Asian parrot-beaked chicken. There's like a few. There's actually quite a few. Oh, actually, you know what? The website I was linking you guys earlier actually had a section on these guys. I think this one starts with an A specifically. Yeah, it's an asil. An asil chicken. So here's some info about these guys. It's an asil chicken. If you type asil, you'll see a whole bunch of pictures of them. Powerful muscular bird. Oh, it was bred for cockfighting originally. Oof, hate that. Hate that. I hope they don't still use them for that. That actually makes me really sad to hear, because that's awful. I would imagine that they're a meat bird now, but I don't know. They do have that very, like, I mean, you can tell, now that they've said that, I can totally see, like, the muscular build and the super upright stance. That's, like, a really common thing with Asian chicken breeds. So, like, the Sarama chicken has, like, a very upright stance as well. But there's quite a few of these, actually. How do I get back to the chickens? Here we go. So there's, like, that one, the asil. But if you scroll down this page, you'll see quite a few breeds like that. At least I saw some earlier. Here's, like, another one, the Kulang. Oh, there's not a clickable page for that one, but that one's a similar Asian breed. Here's one, the Malay chicken, Asian hard-feathered. This one was interesting, the modern game chicken. These are actually supposed to be highly disease-resistant. So if you ever do get into chickens, this is actually a really good one to get if you don't have good biosecurity. Like if you're in a place where a lot of like animals are, or a lot of birds can get in to spread disease. These guys actually tend to be really disease-resistant. Which I think they're getting more popular because of that, because of things like avian flu and Marex being so prevalent in a lot of domestic breeds. Anyway, I'm gonna get sucked into this. Here's the chicken breeds page if you want to read more. Those legs, I know, right? Don't objectify that chicken like that. I'm just kidding. A sailot chicken? Yeah, maybe. It looks like a dinosaur. Exactly, it does. Yeah, they're crazy looking. There's some really cool breeds out there, and this page does a really good job of showcasing a lot of them. But amazing, you did a fantastic job with this study of this seal chicken. Really nice job with especially the foreshortening that's going on with the angle of this photo. Like those big tail feathers are being emphasized. Such beautiful colors in this picture too. But great job with just drawing the structure of all the feathers and how they layer and just paying attention to all of that stuff. And the weird perspective on the feet too. Good job with that as well. Yeah, these look fantastic. Well done with this study of Amaze. Hopefully folks have already followed you, but if you aren't already following Amaze, make sure you're following AmazingFan15. Fantastic artist here on Twitch. Does some animation streams these days as well. Has been doing a lot of animations for his stream. This one is from Miss Art Rules. The feet were tricky. Yeah, that ankle was a little tricky. Oh, did you do the same one, Miss Art Rules? This looks like the same reference was used. Very cool. Really nice job. Excuse me, hiccup there. Really nice job on the structure and the proportions of everything. This is really nicely drawn. Well done. I'm trying to get the shading in there too, but the face and the beak especially can really tell that you were looking at the reference and drawing what you actually saw, not what you think you see, and like making it up. So, and it shows here. It's really come together. Really nice. Yeah, for sure. Oh, and here's some cute little chickens. These are adorable. Oh, Wyandottes are great. We had a Wyandotte at my coop that I volunteer at. Wyandottes are really nice chickens. I like your little notes about the different breeds too, but these are just really cute. So sweet. Aren't they cute? Yeah, these almost look like little stickers. Bok, look at you, Bokaholic. Oh yeah, I forgot I have chicken emotes. I should be using chickens on all of these. Chicken! Give me some chicken emotes in the chat if you have them. Get some chickens up in here. We're looking at chickens. I have two of them, I think. I have a waving chicken and a freaking out chicken. Yangularoo. Another one from Rue. A little broody burb. Oh no. Hey, look at all those chicken emotes. Yeah, I know some other people have some really good ones too. Fantastic. If you guys are not following Yangularoo, oops. There we go. Make sure that I think we got you a shout out already, so it might not be the fancy one, but make sure you guys click and follow. Turgus! Oh my gosh, Turgus. This is so cool how Rue will do these animation studies and find like videos to do studies from, like frame by frame, and you just get them done so fast. Like that's the part that I can't wrap my head around. Like, this would take me like hours to do. And Rue's like, oh, 30 minutes? Yeah, here's an animation that I did just now for a study. Here you go. But broody, if you don't know what a broody hen is, so broody is this mode that chickens will go into. Like if you ever, like this is where the word actually comes from. It's, oh my gosh, best ever. Thank you so much for that follow, or that raid. How was your stream? Welcome in. Scared me a little bit. We're just looking at Yangularoo's, animation study that they did from their warm-ups this morning. How did it go? Did you make some art that you want to share? Let us know. If you have anything that's work safe, we'd love to show it on stream. But for those who don't know, yeah, I did get a little jump scare there, Pyro. But for those who don't know, broody is like, it's like when they're ready to hatch eggs. So they get really warm and really grumpy and kind of aggressive, and they'll puff up a lot and kind of trying to like warm up the eggs. And then if you get close to them, they do this behavior where they fin out their tail, they puff up their feathers, and they make this really like threatening sort of a chicken growl sound. Like they're trying to warn you away from the eggs because they're trying to protect. Welcome in, Designed by Keys. Welcome in. How are you? Yeah, let me know. Very good. I'm glad it was a good stream. Like I said, if you have any art you want to share, feel free to drop it. But if you got a rated run, or if you just want to hang out, that's okay too. We're looking at the end of the art gym. So the art gym, for those who maybe haven't been here before, is it's just this like study series that I do in the mornings, Monday through Wednesday right now. And basically we'll just pick a topic and we'll do some studies from observation, from either a photo reference or from life, and we'll share together. We're in the sharing part. So Rue, our lovely mod Yangularoo, has actually done this really cool animation chicken study, which is pretty awesome. And so yeah, if you're a streamer and you draw along, we'll shout you out. Anyone of any skill set is welcome. The whole purpose of the art gym is just to encourage people to want to try and develop a drawing skill and practice their observation skills. And I don't think this is a bad thing for any human to learn, whether you want to be an artist or not. I think being a more observant person will help you in many arenas in life. Get ahead to work. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Well, thank you so much again for that raid. I appreciate you dropping in. And enjoy your work. Thank you for that. The lurks do help a lot. But Rue, this is fantastic. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about broody chickens because they're fantastic. That's a fantastic behavior that I think is really funny. And I'm glad that it got captured so well here. Aw, thank you so much, Design by Keys. Your streams are so informative. I watched some of your VODs. Aw, well, thank you. That's really, really flattering. And I don't know if you know, or if anybody's curious, but I did just finish uploading all of my VODs of the past year, a year's worth of VODs on YouTube. But they're not posted all at once. They're actually posting daily. So if anybody wants a daily sketch prompt for the next like 4 months, basically, because that's how many days of streams I had to upload to do one a day. But basically from now until June, you're gonna have a daily art stream that you can draw along to. So if anybody wants to watch some older VODs, you can go watch the first art gym before it was even called art gym. I didn't know what to call it and I was very awkward, even more so than now, if you can believe it. And you can go laugh at that if you'd like to. But yeah, if anybody wants that, there's the link in chat. And then down here we've got Charzia. Charzia, these look so cute. So good and so cute. I tried to say good and cute at the same time. Here's the reference. I love this chicken. Look at the little, I like the way that you do lighting. It's just such a nice little touch. Love Charzia's painty style. Charzia is also a streamer here on Twitch. Thank you so much, Rue. I appreciate the help with the shout out. And if you guys aren't following Charzia, make sure that you do. Charzia just did a traditional stream this morning for warm-ups. Or not for warm-ups, but for their own stream. And I peeked in at the VOD and it looked really incredible. It was like a massive painting too. It wasn't like a small one. It was like a huge one of 2 dogs chasing a bird, I think. Anyway, you guys should go follow Charzia. Incredible artist who streams here on Twitch. I'm sure is going to take over our Twitch someday. Very, very, very cool to see you drawing and warming up with us. Honored to have you warm up along. I also, can I just say I really like the way you did the eye. It's just very personable. This is a very approachable chicken right here, okay? This is a chicken you want to snuggle. It's fluffy, it's got the cute eye, the texture even looks soft that you used for the brush, like, love it. Yeah, it's a lovely feather study, for sure. And a pretty complex, like, you really did a good job tackling the complexity of the feathers here. Like, this is not a simple image of a chicken. Yeah. Very, very pretty bird. Thank you so much for sharing, Charzia. Oh, and Biscuit drew along. Nice, I didn't see this one before. Look at these chickens. Wait, am I reacting to chickens? Did I use chicken reacts? No, I forgot to. I'm so bad at stuff. There we go. Chickens! Chickens. So many chickens. I'm shocked we've never done a chicken before. The baby. Yeah, there's a little hidden baby in the picture. So cute. Biscuit, these look so cool. Is this a traditional ink study? These are great. I love the way you did the inks have this really fun texture here. These are really great scribble gestures. Really nice shapes. You really captured the shapes here in this one especially, but that proud like Sarama puffed out chest here, really, really lovely. Biscuit, do you stream? Let us know. We'll shout you out if you do. Yeah, right, Design by Keys, and that's kind of the idea, right? I hope that these streams are encouraging and that they inspire everybody to pick up their pencil and do some observational studies. Like, for most artists, we just don't make the time to do these, and we all know that we should be doing them. It's kind of like going to the gym. You know you should be going, but are you really going as often as you should be, right? Usually the answer is no. And so the idea behind the art gym is to kind of encourage everybody to just do the hard work of doing some observational study and challenging ourselves to draw things we're not comfortable with drawing. Like I try to do like vehicles and architecture and things I don't often draw, at least once a week, if not a few times a month at the very least. So Ibiscuit, thank you so much for sharing. Pilot Parallel Pen did this quick couple minutes. Nice. Well, these are great studies. Really nice quick gestures. What if somebody makes it for a fart gym? I mean, sometimes you feel like you're making that, for sure. For sure. Well, thank you so much, everybody who shared. I am going to drop my... Let me make sure I saw everybody's. I don't think I skipped anyone. That was a lot of them today. We had a lot of good studies since last week. And remember, if you are still working or if you just got here and you didn't know, we were doing this and this sounds like something that you'd like to do, you can still do some studies at any time and drop them into the art gem section as long as it's from observation. We'll be happy to look at it at the end of the next art stream, which will be tomorrow. I do not know what the theme is yet because I have not made the calendar. Hopefully I'll be able to do that today at the studio. But yeah, I'll drop mine in here, and then anything that's posted below mine is what we will show at the end of stream tomorrow. So right now I'm only doing art gem streams Monday through Wednesday, so thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I know it's not the best time for everyone. I kind of miss doing the afternoon streams. I've been doing those for like 2 years now, and it feels weird to not be streaming in the afternoon, to be honest, but with all the issues going on with my tech, I just don't feel like it's a good experience for anybody. So I'm trying to get that sorted. Hopefully I'll get it sorted soon. But for now, we are actually going to switch gears and go find somebody to raid. Yes, observation and safe for work. Yeah, exactly. I am a family-friendly, work-safe streamer. I try to be, so thank you all for helping me keep that. I don't know why my PC really struggles with this credit scene or if it's Streamlabs, but thank you to all of the jittery friends who are showing up and my terrified credits, apparently. Let me see if I can close some tabs and make this go a little bit easier for my system here. But we're gonna go find somebody to raid into. Thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. I really appreciate the company. I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks, Amaze, for dropping the socials and stuff in the chat. If anyone wants to follow me on Instagram or Blue Sky or YouTube, those are kind of my other main socials that I'm sort of leaning into at the moment. And of course, if you want to join the Discord, I hang out there in between streams, so feel free to come hang out. And so do a lot of these awesome folks in chat that you may have met today, so come hang out with us. But thank you so much to everybody showing up in these credits. My mods, best ever for the raid, all my patrons, I really appreciate. I probably need to be better about remembering Patreon. If anybody wants to check out the Patreon, I'm going to be redoing some of the tiers this year, but if anybody would like to, check it out. There's the Patreon link. I'm sorry that it's shaking. I don't know how to make it stop shaking, quite honestly. So we're just gonna raid out. I'm trying to close like everything that's open. Maybe if I stop the music, will that help? Did that do anything? No, it's still shaking. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it might be a Streamlabs thing. I tried to be a pro. We didn't achieve it today, but I tried. Let's go find somebody doing some work safe art. Somebody who we haven't raided in a while. I try to keep it fresh for you guys to help everybody discover lots of new artists here on Twitch. Oh, there's so many people. Ooh, let's go right into... They're usually drawing things that are work safe. Every once in a while, the conversation, let me check what they're talking about right now. Sometimes the conversation could be a little bit more 18, but it tends to be pretty chill. Oh, they're literally talking about 18 plus right now. Okay, well, we'll do them another time. But let's go check out instead. Here's my other person we could do. You know what? We haven't rated Carson in a while, I don't think. When was the last time we rated Carson? We haven't rated Carson in over a month. It's been a long time. Let's go say hi to Carson. He's working on some very cute pixel art, actually, right now. He's been getting more into pixel art lately. But if you guys, he's always work safe, pretty close to family friendly, I would say. I don't think I can ever remember a time when he's not been. You guys, what is going on? It's just like my OBS cannot handle all the things I've got going. And I don't even have that many things. Let's do a cheese raid. We haven't done the cheese one in a while. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. If you have cheesy raid incoming, cheesy Casey raid incoming, I don't know. If you guys would like to use this, oops, it just deleted it. No, I'm gonna run out of time. I wish I was a pro. It would be so nice to be a pro at something. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Okay, Casey, come on, you can do it. Hit enter. Okay, there we go. Anyway, if you want to use that, feel free. If not, you can, change out your emotes if you don't have a raid call. There's like a cheese emote you can use. That's a global emote too. But yeah, let's go say hi to Carson Druitt. He does fantastic stuff for games, and I hope you guys have the rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat place. Hopefully slightly more pro, but we'll see. I'll see you over there, guys. Bye-bye!